How's it going, chat? Hopefully everyone's doing well tonight. We'll get started in a few minutes here with some Mario Party 4 corruptions. So Mario Party 4, and it's also the second day in a row that we're doing a Mario-related game. The corruptions, I believe, are going to be similar to Mario Golf, a game we did yesterday. So they may be slightly lackluster, but we'll play around with it for a little bit. I don't plan on making a stockpile for the stream, but I do plan on doing multiple minigames and seeing how we can corrupt those minigames. As you do for Mario Party, you gotta play around with them. And then we'll be doing a little bit of Neo Scavenger after that. I know I've been doing Oblivion regularly, and I thought I might give that a break for one of these nights. Play something that I enjoy, and I haven't touched in a little bit. So we'll do a little bit of Neo Scavenger. If you haven't heard of it before, it will be an interesting test for my commentary skills and reading and stuff like that, but we'll see. So yeah, sit tight for that. We'll get started in a few minutes here. What's going on, Maxite? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we'll be back in just a moment. Alright, I think I'm just about ready here, so we're going to transition scenes. Hope everyone's doing well today. I'll start up the emulator. I tried a few different games, but mostly played Sonic Spinball. Sonic Spinball. I don't think I played Spinball. I gotta look at a picture of it though. Sonic Spinball. Yeah, no, I've never played this game. How about that? It's called Sega Genesis Classics for the Switch. I didn't know that was available. There's a lot of Genesis games that I'd like to check out, so that's pretty neat. Genesis is one of the types of games that we have trouble corrupting here on stream, so I don't get to play very often. And I like to revisit some of the old ones. Pumpkin Pirate, I hope you're doing well. I enjoyed your, it's not really an emote stream. It was the, making the profile picture stream and making the subscriber badge stream. Or was it? No, you made a Punk Champ, so I guess it's kind of an emote stream. But anyways, that was a lot of fun to watch. Has over 50 classic. That is awesome. And Wombat, how's it going? So many people in chat. Hopefully everyone's doing well. We're gonna start here with some corruptions for Mario Party 4. So that should be exciting. I'll lower down the music. Hopefully you enjoyed the smooth jazz Mario covers. And I'm gonna skip the intro here just because well, it's not too long, so we'll let that play. But yeah, these corruptions will be possibly somewhat similar to our golf corruptions that we had going on yesterday for Mario Golf. I like that Donkey Kong expression. They might be a little lackluster, so we may not make a full-on stockpile. I should also probably hide this window up here. There we go. But we'll play around with some of the mini-games, corrupt those mini-games, and see what we got. I am going to skip this because it goes through how you're invited to Mario Party. The first place I'd like to begin corrupting is just on this title screen itself, because all the characters that are spinning around are actual objects and you can corrupt them just like we normally do for most corruptions. So I'm going to target that within my glitch harvester and go ahead and begin blasting that. I got most of the background parameters all set up here with the starting address kind of far away from 0 so we don't break the emulator, and the intensity a little low so we don't overload it either. And we'll break it a couple times. Here's the first example for the stream. We have lots of pretty colors going across. Looks like a Christmas present or some wrapping ready to be unwrapped. For this one, already it's kind of odd. So some people are transparent, like I'm seeing through Donkey Kong's head. Lots of people are upside down. Actually, Donkey Kong's supposed to be upside down, so he's actually right side up. Looks like you blew up the logo already. Exactly, we're already messing it up. Shoot. As an example, this is what it should look like with Donkey Kong like hanging on just barely. Everyone's right side up. But for this one, not quite there. We can re-roll this to see if we get different effects out of that. Change the position to where that camera is. And we're getting a lot of pretty color effects, but not too much of the same effect that we had originally. This is something kind of interesting. Everything's frozen in place. I should warn anyone that's stopping by for this stream, if you're sensitive to flashing lights, bright colors, or loud sounds, you may need to remove yourself just because we may have a lot of flashing lights on this stream, or stuff of that nature. Got a gigantic Donkey Kong, and Waluigi's eyes are a little blue. He looks a little messed up, and Luigi's literally blue. He's a Smurf. All the other characters seem alright for the most part. I mean, Waluigi's a little sick. Rest are okay though. Some of the characters haven't been painted yet. If you're into the painting figurines scene, then you have to, they come in the mail or however you grab the figurines originally, a little gray, so you have to color them. Just 2 of them aren't quite colored yet. Wario is dead. He's got that dead coloration to him. He's just been sick and buried, and they filled him up with, what's that stuff called? Embalming fluid? Dead people juice. In this case, people look a little messed up down below, but the characters on top of the presents are the ones I'm looking at. Look at Koopa, with like the pink eyes and, oh, formaldehyde, thank you. Is that really what they fill him with? Is that all it is? Shoot. I thought it was like a concoction of like special preserving fluid, but it was just formaldehyde. Shoot. Waluigi's... I'm sorry. Yeah, Waluigi's teeth are like pink, and his face is green. Yoshi's got 1 yellow eye. The brothers are okay. Yeah, everyone's okay for the most part. You only need formaldehyde, turns your skin an ashen gray, but that's what the makeup's for. That makes sense. And they do use a lot of makeup to make the dead look alive. I think they moved on to other chemicals now, but I don't know what those are. So in the past, that's what they've done, I would get. That's a cool little tidbit of history. That's a little bit fact for me. Waluigi's a ghost again, big characters. There's kind of an example of everything we can get, just a lot of coloration effects on the characters as they're moving around, some effects to the rotation or what direction the camera is actually facing. We do have a free camera because we are using a Dolphin emulator, which includes a free camera so we can take a look around, but inherently if the camera actually moves, that's within the source code itself, and we're actually changing that code. We're going to move on now, so we can actually enter the game. I'm going to load my fresh save state for that. And we gotta find somewhere to corrupt. Possibly we're gonna do it on the board. So let's go through all this. Load a save state. Pick a card to get started. So we're gonna do, I think, just party mode. Yeah. If we want to go straight to minigames, we could do that, but I want to see the board, and then possibly through the board we can get to a minigame as we progress. I was worried it might crash. That's kind of a cool scene to corrupt as well, so I just want to take a look at that with all the balloons. To see how it corrupts well. The balloons actually don't look that messed up. It's only the characters that are behind the balloons that are just god-awful abominations of each other. I like how the curtain opens, too. To see Gigantic Toad. We'll move on from this though, with a fresh scene. Welcome to party mode. Would you like to hear the rules for the board map? No, I'm okay. How many people are playing? Just one. Didn't give me much of a selection, but that's okay. Select characters. Well, we're gonna go classic Luigi. Computer players will go for Waluigi. Oh, easy. How about Donkey Kong? He always corrupts well. And the Mario or Peach. Let's go for Mario. Good choice. Get the classic gang there, plus Donkey Kong. Would you like to play? Toad's Midway Madness, Boo's Haunted Bash, Koopa's Seed-Sized Zorius. I kinda like the Boo maps. No Peach to see if the skirt corrupts. We've seen so many Peach skirt corruptions. I always feel bad about them. For some reason. I shouldn't, but I do. A favorite map? Greedy Gula, or Greedy Gala might be kinda cool. Now let's go with Classic Toad. Right in the center. Toad's already kinda horrifying himself. Oh, what is this? One, yeah. Free for all, 20 turns, all minigames, sure. Handicap, just give myself all the stars, why not? I couldn't hear anything because the Donkey Kong's roaring over all the other characters. Okay. It's gonna show us the map. We can also try corrupting here with all the moving parts, just while we get an overview of all of it. However, it might be better to see the map once we actually get close to it. Loading one of these, you see one of these where it's just the light effect and nothing else. I can't seem to grab that though, but it's nice, just the lights are lit up and nothing else on the screen. You can see it for a flash there, which looks kinda neat. It's like the game was played at midnight or something like that. Outside of that, just more sort of stretchiness. I like all the rides are going at 150%. That's actually fantastic. Yeah, don't get on any of those rides. You might hit 9 Gs. Might break your neck a little bit. All characters are just losing it on screen. Alright, cut out the history. And we'll do it regularly. Green Tea, how's it going? Hope you're doing alright. We're doing a little bit of Mario Party 4 corruptions tonight. Welcome to Toad's Midway Madness. I'm Toad, and I'll be your guide. It's first time seeing me on cam. Hi, that's right, you're usually a late night streamer when I'm doing my Oblivion streams. I do the camera for corruption streams because I get to react to what I'm seeing. I get to tap. Ooh, that would have been a good time to check out corruptions, I will. While they're rolling the dice and mess with the dice rolls. And I think the minigames are going to be the important part of this. But I'm just going to roll through all this. We'll try a corruption here, so I'm going to target that with my glitch harvester. And we're just going to mostly see... Oh my god, that's loud. I lowered it on stream audio. I wasn't sure if it was loud enough to trigger my noise gate. Just playing some WoW with friends right now. Oh, Dungeon Queue! Oh, good luck on the Dungeon Queue. Man, I miss WoW. I was sending Wasabi pictures, and I would like to get back into it, but I'm waiting for Classic. Waiting for Classic. Then I'm gonna buy into Retail once again, and I'll probably pick up Retail a little bit, but... Oh, we got our first crash of the evening. There's the crash sound. Nice broken glass. A little messed up on Mario's face. But again, this is a lot of what we're going to be getting for these corruptions are sort of stretching to infinity corruptions, or like fractal ones with just a bunch of little mess-ups here and there. Let me get a good example. Well, other than Mario's jaw being sunk to the ground, it's jaw-dropping. Let me try another example. Kind of like this, where maybe it's not that interesting of a corruption just because it's like Big Head Mario. There's nothing too interesting about that. And a lot of the other stuff going on is just like small pieces of their skin are just going off and stretching in all different directions, as opposed I like Donkey Kong coming out of the void there, as opposed to like actual body corruptions where like their dimensions are all kind of messed up and look unhuman or unmonkey-like. So we're mostly paying attention to, I guess, background elements and corrupting those things more than the characters themselves. Now it's our turn though. Hit that dice. Oh, I should probably bring the audio back up, but I'm glad I didn't, because this is super loud, and it's also flashing, I'm sorry. I probably should have stopped that. That looks super cool. So we're in, you know, Toad's Madness Land. I don't actually know what the name of this map is. Do we get a name of it? No. But I like the the walls that are just covered in Toad as far as the eye can see. It's an entire box that's like, it doesn't even make sense. You can rotate it constantly and you're always facing away from the box. You can go constantly in one direction and you're always facing too far away. Very cool looking though, I like that. Oh, I mistakenly made a save state on top of... Oh, that was a bad idea. I made a save state here, so on a corruption. So let me restart that real quick. And go through the beginning once again. I should make a couple save states just as backups. Goddams! Thank you for the host, the raid. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well, Mr. Vamps. Give you some vampire emojis. I forget the bad emotes. But hopefully everyone's doing well from Mr. Vamp's stream. What were we playing tonight? Things are doing well. We're doing some Mario Party 4, and hopefully resurrecting some people's hate for this game, if they have hate towards their childhood being ruined by it. I didn't play it too often. I didn't have too many people to play it with, and I got my GameCube a little late in my my younger age. I probably got it when I was like 12 or 13, so I didn't play too many games on it when I got it. And I don't think Mario Party 4 was one of the titles I had. I think I had 6 or 7. I was playing some co-op Borderlands and Demon's Crest for the SNES. I haven't played Demon's Crest. I'll have to check that out. That sounds pretty cool, whatever it is. I like the name of it. But Borderlands, I saw that you were playing that a little bit earlier. I was watching it. It's great to revisit, and I'm glad with the HD remake. That's super exciting. Were you playing the HD version, or were you playing the classic one? I've seen side-by-side comparisons of the two, and the new updated HD quality one, quote-unquote, there's some cool stuff about it, and I like some of the changes they made. I wish they would have gone a little bit further with the enhancements, but I understand how far they went. It's still good. Yo, I know... I didn't know people have hate for the Mario Party series. Oh yeah, I showed it off recently, and it was not a great reaction. You're joking? Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, some people really do have hate for it. And it's probably just like bitterness from their childhood, where they didn't really have a good time with it. With their friends growing up and stuff like that. I feel like you have that one bad experience and it just ruins the game for you. But I'm ready to rock some corruptions. Well, I appreciate it. Hopefully the corruptions will bring you a little bit of happiness from it. Remaster, it was good. Oh, so you're playing the remastered. Awesome. Good to hear it was good too. It was fun. Demon's Crest is a Ghosts and Goblins game, but it's like Mega Man-esque. Ooh, okay. I love Ghosts and Goblins. I played that to death. But that being in like a Mega Man sense, so progressing through a level, going through the boss scenario kind of thing, that sounds pretty awesome, alright. I love the Mario Party series, especially rubbing victory in everyone's face. See, because of what Vamp said, this is why a lot of people didn't get along with each other. I didn't win very often, but I usually don't get very angry at games. So I was always a good sport about things. My thing is, I'm bad at the Mario Party, but I love it. See, being bad at it, and as long as you enjoy the badness of it, like, you know, you do terrible at the minigames, but you have a good time doing them because you're really trying to win your best. You're trying to do your best, but you can't quite do it. That's enjoyable, and I love it. You know the red gargoyle guy in Ghosts and Goblins? I believe I do. I might not know it is a gargoyle, but wait. Gargoyle, ghosts, and goblins. Oh, it is gargoyle. Yes, I do know the gargoyle from Ghosts and Goblins. I didn't know it was gargoyle though. I played it when I was too young to know what that was. I always try to do my best, always end up in 3rd or 4th. Always 3rd or 4th? Oh, that's so low! Pumpkin, you gotta do a multi, what would you call that? A dual stream, or a triple or quadruple stream with people. Do some Dolphin Online and get a Mario Party thing going on. Were you soloing it when you streamed it? Because solo, it's kind of fun, but you gotta play with other people. That's the fun of it, and you gotta like yell at those other people, stuff like that. He's the main character in Demon's Crest. Oh, okay, got it. All right, Demon's Crest. Let me write that down on my list. Demon's Crest for SNES. Cool, thank you for the suggestion on it. I'll have to check that out. Since you played it, I'll check your VOD and watch what some of the gameplay's like. I don't think I've ever got first in Mario Party. That hurts. That hurts. But at least you enjoyed it. Yeah, I know, I'd be up for Mario Party. That'd be pretty awesome. Me and Wasabi were trying to organize that for the longest time, but we were thinking about having more people, so it'd be cool if someone would ever like suggest a get together for it. Nah, never solo, always with friends. Okay, that's the way to do it. Gotta play with friends on the stream. We're gonna get to the first minigame, so we can just corrupt the first minigame. Baby Blue Fort, hope you're doing well. How are you doing today? Alan, thank you for the host as well. I appreciate it. You hear how quiet that sound is? I gotta boost the audio on that. It's supposed to be like a corrupted Game Boy, but it sounds so quiet. But thank you for the host. Let's see. Hidden block. I'm not even paying attention to what's happening. I am so sorry. There's a minigame. Book Squirm. Doing great, just hanging out with my girlfriend. Awesome. That's the way to do it. Avoid getting flattened by the pages. Finding hole in the falling pages. Oh, this is actually a really fun one. So you gotta, find the position in the book to avoid getting squashed. We'll make a save state right when the first page falls down, I think. I'm making 3 save states because I know I'm gonna corrupt my my good save state. There we go. Right about there. That should be a good spot. And let's see how this corrupts. Hopefully well. I want to corrupt the pages themselves. And that's exactly what happened. I can't even see my character anymore. Where's Luigi? There we go, you know it. We got the table lifted up. Pages falling through the table itself. And our first hard crash, or our second hard crash now. This is our first hard crash in a minigame. Is that broken glass? It starts by Timon. Timon. Not ringing a bell. Also, look at Daisy. I don't know music, I feel bad. What's the Feels Bad Man? Is it all caps? Yeah, it is! Feels Bad Man. The Lion King, oh okay. Timon! Timon! Of course I should have known it was Timon. I was like, who's Timon and who's this fancy singer that I've never heard of before? Oh, we got another hard crash. I gotta mess around with the starting address. We're gonna go a little bit further away from 0. And wait for it to recapture. It doesn't want to recapture. There it is. Again, we get like a lot of fractals, a lot of like going to infinity characters, which looks ugly when they walk around, but we're looking to corrupt, I think, just the book in this case. So we want to keep going for that. Got another crash, which is unruly. Let's see. We're gonna knock back our intensity, I suppose. There's some unsafe things in this minigame that they don't want you corrupting. Luigi's head is a little messed up, if you can see it. Oh, unless I get squished. His head is too big. He can't fit through the book. You can see through it and see his little happy face over there. Reroll that. Can we affect his head even more? Oh my god, what is this? All the books are just stacked on top of each other. Everyone, for the most part, is okay in here. Their bodies are just slightly larger, like Donkey Kong's. moving on with a fresh one. His mustache disappears too, that's a good point. So I wonder if his mustache, because we're seeing like through him, so the front of his face is transparent and we see the back of his head. So I wonder how that works. Very cool though. His mustache just must be like another object on top of his face. And that's why it's being disappeared. Wrong warp? Yeah. Oh, another crash. Shoot. It's a very crashy game, and something that I didn't get too much during my preliminary. Something we're not seeing is like... Oh shoot, another one. Okay, speedrunning joke. Wrong warp pipe. I gotcha. I think I gotcha. That was a Super Mario's joke, right? Super Mario. The original for the NES. Or anyone with a warp pipe, I guess. I'm not a speedrunner myself. Although I have the utmost respect for speedrunners because they do amazing stuff. Pages sticking out. Oh, the page is a box. What is that book? Oh, I want to see if this one will keep on going. We gotta be able to know where the book is gonna land, if I can remember. But I want to see what this book turns into as it goes lower and lower. They're doing good. I kinda got messed up. He has no jaw! Oh no, yes he does, it just extends to infinity. Alright, let's move on, let's do an official run. And do another minigame after this. It's a map it's a map corruption by manipulating... Oh shit, I got out. By manipulating the wrong screen and warping to it on a new screen. Location corruption. I think I've seen that in like Paper Mario, where like you. Oh, actually no. What else have I seen that in? I've seen it in Ocarina of Time, where they use items as like warp, location corruption kind of things, or glitches, I guess would be the better term for it. Which are super cool. Sure, we'll save. Yeah, okay, cool. I thought it was that, I wasn't sure of that. I can imagine being the wrong warp and you just get taken back halfway through your entire playthrough. He got a 10? The luckiest roll in the game, 1 in 10 chance. Super mushroom. I'm just speeding through this, turboing as fast as I can. 2v2 minigame, order up. Let's do it. So, total order items that you must find in the boxes before the other team. First to 3 points wins. Easy enough? Not too bad. Oh, those items look delicious. I am starving. Okay, 3 save states. Oh, we gotta memorize them! And they rotate! Oh, my memory isn't built out for that. Okay, so we have it here. I wonder if we should do it when they start rotating. So if we do it here, how would we see the boxes fall? The boxes might fall in kind of a weird way, or the boxes might look different when they're falling. I don't think we're actually gonna mess with the physics of them falling in any sense. We got one weird box on this little... Oh, I can't... Oh, wait a minute. Luigi can't walk away from the platform. I'm going straight down. He can only rotate. Oh, maybe that's by design, though. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. I thought you might be able to jump over to the other player's, rotisserie selecting thing. Which looks even weirder when you spin around like that. Like, Luigi's kinda T-posing in the weirdest way. Go ahead and go get a drink and some fries. The other characters on the left side of the screen aren't doing anything. They are broken, so we broke the AI for that. Can we get a perfect time? Burgers and fries! I don't know what's going on anymore. But the items look delicious, even so, like mixed together in a pile of just food. It's the most American item you can look at. It still looks absolutely delicious to me. I don't know what the little blue puffballs are. It looks like ice cream and I want them. Anyways, moving on from the gigantic items. Okay, these two didn't get boxes. Does he want fries? He does! There's some fries! Luigi's blue once again as well. Okay, let's move the save state to when they've actually all fallen down and they start rotating. It's right there. And retarget that. Now we're actually really messing with the boxes. Like this one, you have a gigantic box on the belt. And we have some oddly shaped boxes. The backgrounds just become the void. We've expanded the floor texture so it's extremely stretched out, and there's a lot of textures all squeezed into a very small space. Donkey Kong has a gigantic growth off of his forehead. I think that's about it for this one. Let's actually try to complete the minigame if we can. Even though we can't see any of the items. Do we lose? We lose. We have to do this 3 times over as well. Who knows, maybe we'll win just by spinning around. Now the enemy team's gonna do much better on this. And 1, and 2, and 3. Oh no, we won one. I didn't even win one. Shoot. We won 2! Waluigi's doing fantastic. He's saving us in this case. Okay, there we go. And save state. There's a second there that we can get them, so it's actually... Wait, half a second more. Right there. We can corrupt their faces when we're up close and personal with them. For just half a moment of horrifying joy. Like Daisy in Donkey Kong without a head. Or no, his head is there, he's just snapping his neck upwards. Hey, thank you for the follow, Tomic Crow 4. Appreciate that. And I like the very small, like, I don't even know what that sound is, like, it's the end of a harmonica note. Or harmonica notes, like you play a harmonica, just the very last little bit of that. This one, Donkey Kong stares at us through the void. And then he fades to white. Let that fade in. Albino Kong? I want Albino Kong in Smash, please. I think he might be in there. I forget, by the way. And then let the void of white consume him. Some of these. While we can't get this on the board itself, they're like, his fists are just gigantic. Like he's near some kind of radioactive like fissure or something that created this awful, awful fist. It hurts to be a Donkey Kong. It hurts to be a gorilla. And that's just a winning smile. I mean, look at that. You can't beat Gumline. I know it's impossible to request, but... Oh, I know, right? Please. Please, Nintendo, you can do it. Restart that, there we go. Dental Kong. Oh, I like that one. That's not a bad one. He takes care of his teeth. Wait a minute. If you thought Dental Kong was bad, how about he just gets rid of everything else? Just have the teeth and the eyes. Dental Kong and Optometrist Kong, however you pronounce the eye doctor name. Does Daisy look horrified? Kinda. She's okay with the situation. It looks like one of those really bad Assassin's Creed corruptions that happen innately when you buy the game, where it's just the eye sockets in the mouth and nothing else. Alright, moving on. Oh, we get some color on this one. Got a little bit of Funky Kong going on. Got the purple tie, and Daisy looks like she's going for a Trump impression, a Trump cosplay. And so we'll try to see if we can find more of these like little snapshots at the end of these minigames. Daisy's facing the wrong direction. She's upside down. We gotta win the next one though, because Luigi has to, we have to see Luigi's pose. This one, her hair isn't quite right, or she has no neck. I think she has no neck. And Donkey Kong is just stretched out and he's like, what are you staring at? Alright, let's move on. Go and load our save state there. And speed over to the next minigame. They keep rolling 10s. Easy difficulty? I don't know about that. Oh, you get 3 rolls? Gigantic Donkey Kong. Where did you see your teammate? Teams. How do we see teams? No, wait, no, we're all fighting each other. Just temporarily, they're on a team. Alright. 3 throw. Try to make the most shots into the moving baskets. Okay, we got this down. No problem at all. Maybe. So we'll try corrupting here with the balls in the air, like that. And we're gonna target save states 1 and give that a couple corruptions. We start off immediately with Pac-Man eating through the screen. Luigi is just gigantic. Only for a moment. You can see through the back of his head once again. Can I get a good screenshot of that? Right. No, not quite. You have to see him moving around to get the whole face. There it is. Every once in a while I take screenshots of the stream and what we're doing, so in case anyone stops by, they kind of have an idea of what we're corrupting or what we do on this kind of stream, because we are streaming in retro, so people might not know what's going on. So I take little screenshots like this, and I stick them at the top left corner. And they'll see that, and they'll know. They'll know what's going on. Alright, moving along. I don't even know how to shoot a basket. I like squash down Waluigi, he's just a little pancake. Got more stick figures. Donkey Kong's face is doing something weird. He's implementing the his entire face looks like a what would you call it? In ping pong you have those paddles. He looks like a gigantic paddle face. Big head Waluigi. Daisy's head did a weird thing here. Can we capture it? Yes, we can, right there. So Daisy is not only her head is upside down, her feet are part of her eyes, and the rest of her I don't even know where to begin. She's not obeying gravity because the hat isn't falling, the crown. There's a lot wrong with Daisy in this situation. Alright, I think that's enough of corrupting this minigame, except basketball player Waluigi here. Look at that tallness. He was made for this minigame. Which is kind of fitting. He's the tallest character. He's taller than Luigi, yeah. Alright, let's see if we can actually win it. Basketball natural. Look at that. I like the two... when there's 2 players. What do I call that? When there is 2v2s, I like those, because then we can get more opportunities for corruptions. Look at that, sinking him. No problem at all. Waluigi is a respectable character? I feel like he's a respectable character. He gets the hard end of things most of the time. Oh shoot, we didn't get like a close-up on the face, so I guess only with 2v2s we actually get those. Or, yeah. Nicky Frog! How's it going? Or not Nicky Frog, I should say Nicky Fog. But, oh, I wish I had the pumpkin. I wish I had that. Sky nailed it with that sound clip. But hope you're doing well, Miss Nikki. We're enjoying some Mario Party 4 corruptions. We're trying to rush to the minigames, because those are so far the interesting parts to corrupt. So we're just rolling through this. We can do some more map corruptions when they're running around, but I don't think they're gonna look too interesting. Here's an example one. The sound crit is great. The sound clip is great. I agree, and I can't believe he must have had to search through all of your VODs to find that exact clip, because I think it was one of the first times he called you Nicky Frog. I like how he does that for everyone. It's a great idea. For a moment here, we have a really tiny Donkey Kong, I think. Or no, just his eyes are there. If you look closely, those are just his eyes rolling around on the map. Okay, let's do our roll, and then we get the special minigame. Hopefully it's a 2v2. Fingers crossed. Actually, I want to capture that. Let's give a little bit of corruption of Donkey Kong being chased down by a rocket. And Luigi freaking out. It's a missile too, it's got flames coming off the back end. I'm not seeing much in terms of interesting corruptions out of those. nice eyes. So let's go to the minigame. Oh, it's a 4-player, unfortunately. That's alright though. So we can't corrupt the faces as much, but I think we still might be able to get something good out of it. So we're doing Trooper Plunge. This is a coin collecting bonus game. If you run into enemies 4 times, you're out. Got it. We're gonna corrupt that plane to start off with, because that's an object that we might be able to take a look at. And it does. Waluigi's sticking out the window. Don't jump yet, Waluigi. We're over the ocean. This isn't the drop zone. Interesting enough, it doesn't look like the plane is being corrupted as much. Only the characters inside are actually having any effect at all. Waluigi's getting all these great ones. You love these games? See? Oh, there's that plane corruption, by the way. Oh, and there's like what even is that? Piece of the sky missing there. We had a small interesting discussion about that. Some people really hated these games because I think they had a really bad experience when they were playing them as kids, and like some friend just ruined it for them. And some people loved them. Like Pumpkin Pirate says he loved them, and he tried doing it on stream, but it wasn't well received. I liked him as a kid because even though like I would win sometimes, wouldn't win other times, I was never like a bad sport about it. But I know those kids who were, and I did not play with those kids. Luigi always wins, does nothing. Exactly, he does nothing! He just stands still, and yet he still wins. It is bull. Also, how's it going, May? Hope you're doing well today. You were good? Hey, as long as you're good, I mean, shoot. The game is good for the people that win. Not stream, just with friends locally. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought it was on stream. You gotta do it on stream, Pumpkin. I'm slurring my words. Do it on stream with Dolphin Emulator, because that supports, you know, multiplayer with multiple people. But yeah, most people I show it to don't like it. That's too bad. Even people that like grew up with it when they were kids, like even for nostalgic reasons. Daisy's upside down here. That's a little creepy. She's not only ready to jump, she's already mid-jump. I stream Mario Party 2 sometimes and put all the CPU players on easy. It's funny watching what they do. Actually, yeah, it's just not CPU, AI watching. Don't participate, just watch what they do. It's kind of like bird watching, but see how they're programmed. Why not, right? I'll play Pumpkin Pirate, I'll give you a run for your money. See, exactly, there is interest, I swear. And since, you know, there's fellow streamers here, there's people who probably love doing it, and we're hopefully all good sports. I feel like I could be a good sport. Or sometimes I set it up like that, and me and my friends take bets on who wins. Bets with like money or bets with like food, because I could do that for a food bet. Also, gigantic arm Donkey Kong. That's kind of funny, I like that. That's a whole nother way to play it, if you will. Both. Sorry Johnny, you're not eating today. You bet on Luigi, or well, Luigi always wins. You bet on Waluigi, and no matter what he does, he's always in a losing situation. He makes it more interesting. Yeah, exactly. Challenge accepted? Wait, what's challenge? Okay, how can we corrupt this tornado? Something I'm curious about. Let's take a look around with the map. What does this tornado actually look like outside? Because we have free camera, so in case you're curious, you can break the boundaries. Just inherent with all Dolphin emulator stuff. But this is what that little tornado thing looks like as you're going down. You see the drop zone there. There's the first checkpoint, and you keep going. Cool to see all those little behind the scenes things, if you will. I'm actually no good at Mario Party. I think the people that are not good at Mario Party are funner to play with, because especially people that like get loud and they get really into it, even if they lose. I love those kind of people because they're a lot of fun to play with. They'll take it easy. That's a very kind thing to do. So we're getting small like balloon corruptions on these guys. I was gonna stream Super Monkey Ball today for corruptions. I'm gonna save that for a later stream, but this reminds me of Super Monkey Ball because like it looks like they're all enclosed in little bubbles. Agreed? Yeah, I know, right? I had people who were like, get up, they'd stand in front of the screen, they'd scream at the TV and like stomp on the ground. They wouldn't get like too angry or anything like that, but just some fun people to play with. So outside of small bubble corruptions, we don't get a really good view of the characters here. I do like the gigantic Waluigi face that appears at the top right. There's your handicap. Gigantic screen. Gigantic Waluigi. One time we took a bet on whoever came in last would have to go outside and scream Mortal Kombat at the top of their lungs and see if anyone shows up or goes to look. That is amazing. Did anyone show up or look? Oh, my social anxiety. Like, that would be the most intense game I've ever played because I would not want to go outside and scream, but I would want to participate because I want to see someone else do it. Ah, we got another one too. A couple of people came out of their houses and went to look. Okay, fair enough. Oh, that's good memory. Late at night, sometimes she or he wakes up in like a cold sweat remembering that memory, and like everyone's staring at them. Some were laughing, I think they got the joke. Okay, good. You had gamers in the neighborhood, they got it. Alright, let's actually do this legitly. Can't run into the other enemies. Gotta go get the coins. I'm doing that next time I play. Up the ante. Keep doing stuff like that. Like it's one of those games where you would like dare someone to do something and you try to up that every single time. Kind of just like the cheap, like I double dog dare you and stuff like that. But with games, make bets on it. Luigi does win, and I didn't do that much. You're right. We didn't get a close-up on him though. I want a close-up. I want a picturesque Luigi if I can. But you're totally right. And I chose Luigi as my character because I love Luigi. Oh, what a mean thing to do. Poor Toad. Just got murdered. Oh, look at that. Oh, whoa. So we got albino chain jumps. And stretchy chain jumps, where their mouths are like intersecting with one another. Horrifying. Very horrifying. Or flat chain jumps. Fractal chain jumps. Can we change the color of these guys some more? A little bit. The like direction their jaws are facing too? But that's about the extent of it, it looks like. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to stop hearing Toad yell, so let's move on. I can't stand Toad. I don't like him. I don't like his voice. He's so obnoxious, but I know that's an unpopular opinion. A lot of people like Toad. Alright, we're corrupting that lad. Gotta love Bowser on screen. This is after Bowser dropped into the lava and a couple things happened to him. His head disappeared completely. His voice makes me laugh. His voice makes me laugh too. Like, it's annoying, but it's good enough that you still laugh at it. As long as you don't hear it too often. I'm with you on that. But imagine listening to, like, God forbid, like an entire audiobook voiced by Toad. Like, it would get a little old after a little bit, but in small bursts, I love the guy. Bowser's colors in that horizontal pattern looks like the colors from a Burger King bag. Yeah, you know, this is supported by Burger King, of course. It's sponsored. Oh, we got a super tall Bowser. Wait a minute. Can we glance up? Going to infinity. Can we get anything else out of it? Can we corrupt him even further? Well, we got like a slightly albino Bowser, which is weird. We're getting a lot of those where like the characters aren't colored. They're just like gray. Don't know why that is, but it's awesome. And this abomination, can we zoom out, get a good look at it? Not really. Our camera is moving very slowly, but that's a spin attack. Alright, let's do the Bowser game. I don't know if it's just the person who activated that participates. There he is on his throne, his corrupted throne. This is how I want to remember Bowser, with the long snout. The most pretentious Bowser. And the gigantic leg. That big face, right? He's a little angry, but I like how it goes from big face, like all the blood rushes from his face straight down to his foot. Oh, and his son wanted to be just like him. That's sweet. He's even bigger than him, actually. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fruits of Doom. Alright. You're Doom itself. Doom incarnate. Large Bowser, if you're into that kind of thing. Not shaming you. Did the carpet get raised up? I think it did. Or no, there is no carpet. What was that red thing? Ah, he's become a Hot Wheels track. And look at that fan, that is some quality. I'm glad you said it May and I didn't have to. Look at that fan though, that is some quality fanning. That thing is gigantic, got some like fancy emu feathers going on. His head has laser beams attached to it. That is how he attacks you now, he doesn't even bother getting out of the throne. He just sends laser beams out of his head. And his kids are all grayscale too. Oh, wait a minute. That's not a bad one. Okay, this is one where you have to sanitize because it's hard to see his face, but I think his face is magical. Right here. So his arms are a little slightly raised up. His jaw, don't know what's going on there. Bowser is so much cooler this way. I'm sorry. Now I have to look up this word because I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. Google. Ooh. Text-to-speech. Oh, Google text-to-speech is failing me.
Asymptotic.
Asymptotic, thank you. Asymptotic eyebrows, thank you, Pumpkin. Exactly. like Bowser this way. I like Bowser in all these different forms. Bowser can be whoever he wants to be. Be who you want to be, Barbie girl. Let's send this to our stash. I want to re-roll this one. Because I thought that it was a slightly flat Bowser, and it is. He's flat and flipped upside down. You can see the underside of his mouth, and that's how they feed him. They just kind of, you know, throw food into him, basketball style, into that little mouth that's over there. Then we have a tall head Bowser, a slightly squished Bowser. This is after Mario had jumped on his head one too many times. Algebra finally came in handy. I had to look up what asymptotic looks like, because I don't actually remember that from algebra whatsoever. Is that like lopsided? Oh. Okay, yeah, got it. Look at you using mathematical equations. Yeah, I finally had a finally had a use. That's a good one. I like that. We're gonna screenshot that and put it at the top left. Is that wrong? There we go. There's our new Bowser. All hail the king. Alright, let's move on from this to a fresh save state. And participate in whatever game he's got going on. Wanna hear the rules? Nah, I'm okay. It's, oh, what is that? It's when, oh, negative infinity. That looks so tiny. It's when negative infinity warps to positive infinity or vice versa. I don't, you use the word warps and I don't know what the word warps means. But I see the formula and what it kind of looks like, so I get what you mean. I'm so very hungry. It's like, does it look like the inverse of, like, logarithmic? Because logarithmic levels off. This kind of does the opposite. It starts off low and goes to infinity. I think you hurt someone's brain with that comment. A little bit. It might be in my brain a little bit. Damn you, Pumpkin, you're smart. Pumpkin is smart. Pumpkin is a very smart guy. I gotta give him that. And all of his retro stuff and his like gaming on original hardware and like playing stuff in RGB, that is the coolest stuff, Pumpkin. I am so in awe of the stuff that you do on your stream. It's very cool. I like all that. And all the modding. I want to see more modding videos because I think they're the coolest thing. Asymptote. There we go. Let's see that. Okay, so it is nothing like what I thought. Oh, I remember making or using these in pre-calc. I don't remember what I needed them for, but I remember making them on the calculator. And the formula, too. Okay. That is super cool. Thank you for the information, Mr. Pumpkin. And now we need this game. I don't know what this game is. Fruits of Doom. We're not gonna hear the rolls. I'm so very hungry, you weaklings bring me fruit to satiate the mighty King Koopa. Oh, I probably should have read what we needed to bring, except I turboed through it. Thank y'all. No, thank you, man. Okay. So, this is a good time to corrupt. We're gonna corrupt their individual faces up here. We'll see if it's as good as the cinematic. It doesn't look like it is so far. So we might need to do once one of these guys wins. I somehow got through that class, but remember nothing. I took pre-calc as my final math class, sadly, so I didn't get to move on to calculus like I wanted to. And I did alright in it. But yeah, I don't remember really any of it. I should, because I use it for my programming career here a little bit. But I can also just import some of the math modules, so I don't have to remember all of it. I just have to remember some of the logic. Daisy with that creepy smile, right? Better in Peach, though. Better in Peach, gotta say. Actually, if you want Daisy with a creepy smile, how about Chocolate Daisy? Or like Wooden Daisy. Oh no, it broke the emulator too. Oh, there we go. Can we mess with her face anymore? Agreed? There we go. We got a tall Daisy. Yeah, it's a lot of like just mess ups and like a lot of stretchy characters, so I don't think we're gonna bother. We're gonna try to just get through this cutscene, get through this game. Daisy is like candy corn colored. I guess yeah, she kinda is. She has the white, orange, and the yellow. She's got all of that. And Halloween's my favorite holiday. Got that covered as well. Best princess, gotta say. Oh, we're not gonna get this right at all. What was the fourth item? Was it cherry? Banana. Select banana. Why not? I love Halloween. Halloween is the greatest holiday. Christmas is alright, and I get to visit home, so I get to be around, like, family and stuff like that and friends, so I like that. But Halloween, that's the time to shine. Get rid of this. Oh, we got burned. No. May, I'm sorry, but I have failed Luigi. Do we get a close-up? We still don't even get a close-up. Shoot. That one minigame where we got to see all of them. You know what we're gonna do instead? Is we're gonna back out of this. If we can. What's our easiest way to back out? Restarting the game would be the easiest way, so let's do that. And we're just gonna do the minigames individually and do the 2v2s. Because I think that's the only time we actually see their faces. I don't want to crop there some more. Is that a crying Luigi? It is! Oh my god! That's such a sad emote. Reminds me of Sponge, if you guys know that one from Fine Sauce. Okay. We're gonna do minigame mode. Yes, you do? He soaks up all the sadness in the Mushroom Kingdom. I love Sponge. And let's do... list? List, can we choose from the list? 2v2s. Oh, we have no minigames unlocked. Mario Party 4 cheats time. Still gotta use cheats to this day, if there are any. There might be none. Unlockables, final battle. Oh, no, there's not. Shoot. I was hoping there might be. When I was looking up this game and seeing how compatible it was with Dolphin after I ripped it, I saw cheats as one of the options, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna grab that. But sadly, I don't have it. So how do we do these minigames then? What we could do is endless mode, because I think we get a couple with that. Maybe we just hit play. Free play, team play, team play. You haven't opened a 2v2 minigame, so let's shoot. Alright, let's back out of here. No more party queue for us. Let's do extra room, because there's some minigames in there. Did we tell you about this room? No, we know it's endless. Let's go to basement. Let's do Luigi. Bombs, Doors of Doom. I don't remember any of these, so hopefully. And we don't see a close-up either. Shoot! Here's the results. We did great, so let's corrupt the stage. Mario melted. Kinda horrifying, kinda creepy. I'm gonna minimize or move that around. Reroll that one. And blue Luigi. That's kinda cool that you can mess with that writing in the background. I like that a lot. So I think they're just individually drawn lines that we're messing with. Like the bottom part of the M could be stretched out because that's just like an individual, say, vector line or something like that. Moving along, corrupting some more. Got Big Hand Luigi. Got Luminescent Luigi. Shine up that stage. Green screen Luigi. I like the microphone. The microphone's like my little raccoon profile picture. Not seeing anything I like though, so I think I'm gonna move on. Yeah. Just back out of this. Here's the results. Hapless Hero. Yeah. We did great. Exit party room. Any of these minigames we want to try? Story mode, minigame mode. Present room, got nothing. Maybe story mode has something in it that we can try? Oh, for story mode, we'd like to hear the rules for this board map now. Luigi! And sure, do everything. We're celebrating Luigi's birthday by throwing a huge party. Everyone has a present here for you, isn't that great? However, these presents don't come so easily. Oh, of course, even Luigi can't have a normal birthday party. His friends have to... he has to bribe his friends for the presents. First you have to play the boards we made. If you win the board, then the character will give you a present. Shy Guy doesn't say anything. That's great. Oh, you know what we can do? We gotta back out of this again. When they get up close and personal and talk to the camera... Oh shoot, I don't want to do this. We can corrupt right there because we get a good picture of all of them. So, story mode. Oh, we're gonna do Luigi again. There it is. So we're gonna do right there when they're bouncing around, they're having a good old time. Let's corrupt King Boo. If we can. King Boo isn't too complex of a character to corrupt, he doesn't have a lot of stuff on him. But there's a pink King Boo. Or should I say Queen Boo? This one's horrifying, because you can see the teeth a little bit, and they're flashing in and out. So imagine, like, I don't know, walking through a doorway and you walk into King Boo. Also, very horrifying. What? You can see inside of his mouth, but his mouth looks like the inside of a Venus flytrap. He's still bouncing around like he's having a good old time. We can re-roll some of these if we want to see these effects moved around. I didn't want to see that, but it's still creepy. That one's actually kind of cute. Look at his little smiley face and his tongue. Now, let me see if we're gonna re-roll that. Pogaboo. Pogaboo. From Monsters, Inc.? Pogaboo. How do you pronounce that? Wait. Shoot. But it's adorable. Let's take a screenshot of this little guy. There we go. Oh, it's gigantic though. Fills up the whole screen. Here we go. Minimize that. There we go. Oh, Pogo Stick and Boo. I think it like... That makes a lot more sense. Gotcha. Work with me. I'm sorry. I misinterpret things so often. But look, he's a little happy lad. If anyone needs a new Twitch banner, go for this. I actually might use that for my Twitter, because I don't use Twitter at all. To reroll that one more. Now he's become a toilet, so take that where you want. If you make a fanfiction, do not send it to me. I don't want to see it. Your rights are your rights. Actually, I want to take a screenshot of that and send it to... We have a little stream team for various members. Also, I should plug Filthy Casuals. For anyone that's in the chat who is not familiar with the Filthy Casuals, it's an amazing Discord that is... Do I have my chat bot up? I do. That is a community of gamers for fellow streamers and also for viewers of said streamers. And I guarantee if you go to that Discord, you're going to find at least 10, 15 people that are going to like in there. Pumpkin Pirate's part of it, I'm part of it, Nikki Fogg is a fantastic viewer who's also part of it and moderator in a couple individual streams. And Nikki, do you stream at all? I don't think you do. I know you participate in people's streams, like you sometimes play with other people. And I'll scroll on my list. May, of course, streams as well, a regular over here. Lots of fun people over there. And you get an awesome globe mode too. But I was gonna say, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and send it to Bullshit Plays. who is a member of Odd Brew. But I just gotta take a screenshot of it real quick. Got it. Odd Brew. Good to go. Reroll some more. This one, he's part of a throne of some sort, and a wall associated with it. Got another smiley, except his tongue is going through his head. And I think that's about the extent of it. We got all the unique ones. This one, you just got like a little bit of a, I guess not chibi, but like, he kind of looks like a hamster actually. It reminds me of a hamster. But it's a little chubby Boo. You know, he's cute. God. Can we take a look around him? Yes, we can. Actually, it's kind of easy to as well. Let's take a look back here. King Koopa. Not King Koopa. Mr. Koopa. His eyes are a little bit off. His tongue is a beacon of hope. You got that right. Look at that. And also Koopa, his left foot is. They're both beacons of hope in this time of need. Come on up to infinity. Don't know what this one is. Still looks like a toilet to me. This one looks like just a ripoff King Boo. Like, you go to like maybe a dollar store or something like that, and you buy. Also, oh my god, it just looks like Koopa in the background. Wait, it was knockoff King Boo, where it's just like it's on some packaging and it's like King Bood with like one letter off, or Boa, or B-O capital L or something off. But Koopa's face, that's some horrifying stuff. Mr. Mosquito Koopa, exactly. He's got the eyes gigantic and the mouth that just stretches out. Let me get a screenshot of that as well. Too good. I'm liking these a lot. This is where I like corrupting cutscenes, but like just where the character models are loaded in. More toilet seats. This is a toilet seat I would not want to go anywhere near. If you see this anywhere, public restroom, private restroom, friend's house, wife or husband's house, don't use this. It's got a face, it's got teeth, just don't bother. You know mimics in chests? Like you have a mimic chest? Same thing happens with toilets. Anything else we can get out of this? We've got a pretty good extent for King Boo himself. No, that's about it. Except for this one, which is the most horrifying rendition I've ever seen of Boo. Like, if they just decided to up what Boo looked like, they gave him a really skinny, like, eye and a gigantic mouth, I would be running for the hills. So let's take a screenshot of that guy as well. And what was the other one? This one, he just has some fancy colors and effects on his face. Alright, with the fresh one, let's now corrupt the Goomba. We got a large Goomba, a thick Goomba, if you will. You can see down his throat, and that's something I didn't want to say on stream, but hey. You can see his upper lip just extending towards the camera. He's trying to hit you with his upper lip. It's actually hitting us consistently. But he's tapping like he's impatient for some reason. Ooh, wait a minute. Either he needs to see a lip doctor or the dentist, because teeth ain't supposed to do that. Oh, that looks so weird. And it looks kind of painful, like, you know, kind of when you hit like a metal fork on your tooth, or like a spoon on your tooth or something like that, and you get that kind of cringy feeling. Imagine doing that with your teeth, and kind of fast too, just hitting two teeth together. Painful. Let's reroll that one. Affect his mouth a little bit more. Oh! Stretch it out, why not? Why not? In the new Luigi's Mansion game, instead you just use King Boo to suck up the ghosts. I'm sorry, the Goomba. We'll use a Goomba to suck up the ghosts. He also has an insane overbite. I love how animated his mouth is, that's fantastic. Moving along, got some big feet. kind of waddles like a Gluckin, if anyone's played Oddworld or like Apes Odyssey or anything like that. I should probably take a GIF of this and just use it as like some stream starting soon animation. When you know you can use your tongue well, and your entire mouth just rolls with it. Yeah, let's move on from this one. It's great though. Fantastic. We got a tall, Mr. Shy Guy in the background. This one he looks a little angry, he's ruffling up his lower jaw. This one he looks like he has no gums. Or no teeth, I should say. He has all gums. Got a couple of those. And that's about it for that. So let's reroll it. Alright, that was all the rerolls. Let's blast it with a new one. Something scary happening to the Shy Guy in the background. His cloak is being lifted up. It's also part of his skin, so his skin's also being lifted up. The Goomba's got new eyebrows. He's become like a tent man. If you ever need shelter or you need to hide away, if it's too cold outside or it's raining or anything like that, get yourself a Goomba. You can go hide underneath him. It's okay, he's used to it. You can kind of see his intestines and stuff like that, but that's okay. There's another one of that. This one's a little more intense because you see the teeth coming back up. He just swallows his enemies whole. Before they made Kirby, before they made Kirby, they were deciding on if they should use an existing character to portray Kirby, and they considered the Goomba, and they were horrified in what they created, so they decided to say, never mind, let's not do the Goomba. I kinda like that. Just a hat, just a, it looks like a heart tie, like a tie that has a little heart on the top and a little cape. Adorable. Moving the entire lower jaw around. Is that his belly? Yes! The Goomba got a new attack. He's just swinging his belly around. Like a true American, if I do say so myself. We're messing with his eyebrows, so now it looks like he has just one eyebrow raised up, or the other eyebrow raised up. This one he looks a little soulless. Swinging belly Goomba, exactly. That's the whole attack. If you get some good momentum on it while you're swinging around, you can do some serious damage with it. This one he looks like his face has just been frozen. Just as Walt Disney has been frozen, so will Nintendo's mascots in the near future once they die off. This one he has a little bit of a broken leg. Swinging that upper lip around again. Oh, he's got some evil eyebrows. Who is this original character? Ooh, and corrupted audio as well. Who is this original character who has extra teeth up here and eyebrows that point especially weird? Frosty. Well, there goes that terrible audio, whatever that was. Oh, let's re-roll this one. He has no eyes. Something's happened to Shy Guy Boy, ignore that. He's a bug now? What are those eyes? And his what are these eyebrows? His eyebrows look like antennae. Oh, I kind of feel bad about this guy. Lots of nice eye corruptions. I like these a lot. Alright, moving along. Goomba's corrupting well. Mr. King Boo is corrupting well. This one, he's got a flat face, if you can kinda see that. Hat sticking out. I don't know what that's supposed to be, just legs and like a very skinny head. Ah? When you're extremely pompous, your eyes go above your eyebrows. Ah, that one was kinda creepy looking. Eyes are all whited out, and you zoom out, the entire game breaks. If you put in your Mario Party 4 GameCube disc and this happens, turn the console off and never return. Throw away the disc or give it to Mr. Pumpkin Pirate so he can, you know, get the demons out of that disc and send it back. Oh, he's got like a Pope hat. Oh, there's the jaw one again. I love this jaw one a lot. It's great. And Shy Guy in the background is just feeling a little uncomfortable, just taking a look at what's going on. It's great. Let's go ahead and move on to our next character, who will be Koopa, who we saw a little bit of, but now we can actually see him with his happy face clapping along. Let's corrupt Mr. Koopa. You'll try your best. Also, look at King Boo. Oh, he's so happy. What does it normally look like? He has eyes, right? Yeah. His eyes are just, he's totally relaxed. He's like, whatever, man. He has a visor on, and his tongue is just gone. I don't know what Boo has been eating, but he's having a good old time with it. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. King Boo is the character that keeps on giving. We could reroll that and see if we can affect King Boo a little bit more. And where his tongue is placed. We give him 4 eyes in this one. A new meaning to the expression 4 eyes. Oh, and this one, he's sad. Or I guess he's... We can make whole emojis out of just... just King Boo here. Uncomfortable. Oh my god, wait a minute. What is King Koopa's mouth? What is that? It looks like I'm trying to like... It's a basketball hoop and I gotta make it. It's like some weird carnival or something. Let's take a peek up. When you actually look at him, it looks okay. Hey, Ix, how's it going? You come back to, some Mario Party 4 corruptions. And King Koopa, or I'm sorry, Koopa having the time of his life. And King Boo just chilling out. More 4 eyes Boo. Okay, let's actually corrupt Koopa. No more of that Boo stuff. Even though I know it is jaw-dropping. Don't worry, King Boo. We'll get back to you eventually. We'll start corrupting you once more. I'm gonna need a stiff drink, apparently. Pour me one as well. Pour 2. Because we've seen some stuff that's gonna need some forgetting. This one, we can see inside the Koopa. If you I don't know if you've ever wanted this dream, but if you've ever wanted to see inside a Koopa, right here. Are you regretting that decision? I certainly am. Alright, I'll definitely pour another glass, yeah. Go and pour 2. Even though 1 is intended for me, you may need it for yourself. His hands, which are made entirely up of tumors, are clapping together, and it looks so very painful. I'll probably end up drinking it though. There you go. You thought ahead of me. You know exactly what to do. Oh, we actually got a hard crash. How about that? We haven't got too many with the corrupting the models. And also something worth mentioning, we've been corrupting at the exact same starting address and the exact same intensity, so we can't mess with those values as well. And he's got some big boy shoes. You got that right. Wherever those big boy shoes were. There were some big shoes. I gotta go back a little bit. There they are. There's the big boy shoes. He, I think May pointed out, or was it, who pointed this out? Yes, May pointed out that he looked a little bit like a mosquito before, and he's still living up to that claim. Got the big eyes, the big mouth. Mr. Mosquito Koopa. We can re-roll that to get some good-looking faces on Koopa. You know, some of these are emote materials, so I'll keep some of these in mind. I'll take plenty of screenshots in case I gotta go back and take some of these. That's what we call roadkill. That's what we call dinner back down south. No, I can't say that. Some of these are roadkill, some of these are just horrifying surgical operations, if you will. Some of these are just... there's no other term other than nightmare fuel. They're just nightmare fuel. He has had his nose removed, as you do. He's been possessed by King Boo. King Boo has become a part of him and has removed his nose, and he is becoming ethereal. I know a few people who would have eaten roadkill. Mad bastards, you got that right. I don't think I know one dude who would eat roadkill. And I have not seen that man in a very long time. As you do with people that would probably eat roadkill. To reroll this one, we get in the long schnoz. You know why that schnoz is long? It only prolongs his happy time. His nose is in his eyes. I don't want to read that message, I'm sorry. I've eaten raccoons, mind you, but those were farm raised. People do that apparently. What? I did not know people do that, and that's... well, I think I've heard about that like once, and I thought whoever did it got arrested. God, that's horrifying. Poor raccoons. As you see by all my panels down below in my profile icon, I'm a liker of raccoons. I like them. They're cute little bastards. I don't mess around with them. They're just trying to eat their meals. I won't bother them. Some people raise them for food. God, I hope I never run into one of those people. I hope to God I never see one of their murder shacks. Yeah, if I did, I'd probably release all the little muggers, because they don't deserve to be kept in captivity like that, come on. I like them too, except when they dig through my trash. Oh no, exactly. No, I get that. They are pests. They literally are pests. I totally understand that. One of my buddies has to constantly put bungee cords over his trash can because the raccoons keep getting into it. They can make your life hard. But I won't say I haven't fed them. I mean, yeah. I know it keeps them coming around, but I like the little guys. And I don't have to take out trash where I live. Hotel, so back home. So I don't have to do all that, so I'm good. This one, if you have a new instrument, it is the Koopa instrument. It is a harp of sorts. You play it instead of with your mouth, like a mouth harp, you play it across the eyelid and just flick it up there. Watch the raccoons learn how to use knives to get rid of the bungee cords. It would not surprise me. I mean, they get the little grass piece. They just need the brain power and they'll get there eventually. I've also seen people, like, you know, have them as pets, which I think is also not a good idea unless you really are in for having them as pets, because it is hell and a half full, and they are, you know, wild creatures for the most part. Domesticating them must be an insane feat, and must be done when they're very young, otherwise, ugh, I don't know how they do it. You know someone has a pet raccoon, and more power to them if they can do it properly, and they know how to take care of a raccoon, then that's pretty awesome, and I like stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And if it was like in a rescue type situation, I think your name is something like Cheese Puff. I hope even though the name is Cheese Puff, it's fed fairly well, because I know I've seen some pet raccoons that are just absolute chonkers, and I can use that word properly. The raccoon is. I would hope it would be the raccoon, not the friend. But hey, there's some weird parents out there. Give him some of the celebrity names. I wouldn't be surprised if someone was named Cheese Puff by now. King Boo has become part of a grill. You know, the grill to the front of the vehicles. It's like an air filter where he filters in the air. He's fed very well. Very good. I know with names like that, like some person would name their dog like Cheeseburger. Why'd you name the dog Cheeseburger? Because he likes cheeseburgers and that's all he eats all the time. And you see the dog and it's like a beagle that can't even breathe because of how heavy the beagle is, and you just can't like really walk around too much. I'm not speaking from experience, I haven't seen that, but you kind of know what I'm talking about. So I worry with names like that, but I'm glad to hear that it's spelled well. The nickname I know her by is that word, because, oh, it's an 18+ stream, bitch. I have to watch out for maturity on YouTube and stuff like that, but I'm fine. Because she loves calling herself that for some reason. Don't ask me why, I don't know. Okay, fair enough. She loves being called that? That's an odd name. That's an odd thing to love to be called. Is this the raccoon or is this the friend? Because this one I'm actually not sure. If it's the friend, I think that's an interesting decision. If it's the raccoon, I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense because like they'll respond to certain types of phrases. The friend? Interesting, okay. I mean, if you own up to it and you know what you're all about, more power to you, I guess. I guess. This one is a little horrifying, so his eye sockets have been... You know, on the stream we use a lot of exaggeration, I'm gonna say. And when I say his eye sockets have been gouged out and his mouth has been stretched down, obviously that's not literally, but we can use our imagination, and that's what this reminds me of at the very least. I love saying stuff like that. His eyes have been gouged out and he's been a shell of a Koopa. And you know who did it? This bastard right here. King Boo has done this. He has turned him into one of his own. The day I met her, she was like, hey, I'm bitch. I'm saying like, the fuck? Well, hey, that's the best kind of introduction, because you know off the bat what that person's like. I mean, can't blame her for trying, right? I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Put this in the Discord. King Boo has shelled out Koopa to be part of his Boo army. Got it. You mean fair enough? Exactly, I feel like that's how I'd respond. Like, alright, fair enough. Still feel like talking after saying that? Cool, let's talk. To reroll this one, I'm actually gonna screenshot this one instead. You know what? Never mind. That's even better. Oh my god. Even though the jaw doesn't drop as far, it's still quite the horrifying corruption. Boo has shelled the Koopa. De-shelled the Koopa. Ooh, you're actually using proper terms. To make him a part of the Boo army. Ah, my eyes are all tired. I woke up early, which I'm now doing means I gotta work on programming projects, which, by the way, finished my first programming project, so in the lead, if you will. And now it's a Banshee. Now it's a Banshee, exactly. Now it's a horrifying Banshee, too. Like, God, imagine this scenario. You wake up. It's dark out. Can I turn off my lights? Will this even have an effect on my camera? My camera actually does pretty okay for light. This top one does most of it. But, the lights are off. You wake up in a dark room. You hear a very faint screaming. You decide it's probably the kids, like, across the street or something like that. You don't think anything of it. You decide to close your eyes again. And for some reason, you can't get a picture out of your mind. It's in the distance. It's sort of like a gray object, and you can't really put your finger on top of what it is. But every single time you close your eyes, you see it. You open your eyes, nothing's there. You close them again, it's there. And it's just coming to fruition. You start seeing a little bit of color, a little bit of shape, and you see this creature. And then you hear the scream again, but it's louder. It's outside your door. It gets closer. So long, Gay Bowser. Good work on finishing the project. Thank you. It is so painful. Oh my god. I'm gonna have the most stressful time. This is the most stressful 10 weeks of my undergraduate career, and I am trying my absolute best to do a good job with it. I'm trying to de-stress with games like this, and I think I'm doing alright so far. Mental capacity is much better than it was in the fall when I first attempted this class, and I'm streaming more regularly, which I wasn't doing before. I'm wringing my hands for some reason. But I'm looking forward to it. And I am glad I do have opportunities to stream, the weekends especially. Those might get limited with schoolwork, but for now, I'm having a good time with it. Here's what I do. Begone, the power of the Dark Lord compels you. Begone from this place, begone. Well, exactly, that's why I always keep a bottle of holy water right next to me at all times. I just, you know, get a little bit of... Begone, demons. Thank you, I appreciate the good luck. It's gonna be hell and a half full. Oh, it's a little hug emote. Oh, it's adorable. Oh my god. No, I appreciate it. Unholy water is the best water. Did I say unholy water or holy water? Because unholy water sounds like an amazing thing that should absolutely become a thing. Instead of holy water, how about a little bit of sprinkling Satan on your foes and stuff like that? If someone hasn't made that, someone should. I said unholy water, you said holy water. I made a mistake when I said holy water. I should have said... I gotta send a TikTok video. I should have said unholy water. All you basically do is bastardize the thing for holy water. Exactly, actually, yeah, good point. Or you could just take water from Flint, Michigan, because that's pretty unholy, right? Anyways, moving on with the ghoul, the screaming lad. We're gonna re-roll it to see if we can get more screams out of him. He really does look like a shelled out Koopa who has like become a an army of King Boo, a soldier or some sort of that thing. This one, however, even though it's a re-roll, the same type of corruption, he's a really happy lad. But don't let that fool you. If you've ever seen... Is this against terms of service? Can I joke about Scientologists and stuff like that? Is that allowed? How about, not Scientologists, I'll just joke about cultists. Not relating the two together at all. They're not related. Not in the slightest. But let's talk about cultists. He looks kind of like a cultist, where he's super happy and he's super into the thing he is, but you know, on the inside, this is what he really is. Anyway, moving along. Can we get any more out of this? Scientology and being a cultist are totally not the same. No, ma'am, not at all. The two are like as distant as the moon is from the sun. Completely, they're not even planets, to be honest. Come on. That was a bad comparison. Alright, we're gonna do some fresh rerolls. We got an albino Koopa, matching the King Boo spirit as ever. Got a giant King Boo, and another Crash, if you will. Oh yeah, Dry Bones! I didn't even think to reference that. It totally is Dry Bones. Can we get that back? Where is that? Let's sanitize it. We can get a good picture of Dry Bones. He's not as milky as... or this is like early calcium Dry Bones, where his bones were still fresh. Also, look at that mouth, Jesus. His bones were still fresh. He was a freshly made skeleton, he didn't get dried out yet. Hydrated bones. That's probably as good as we're gonna get. So I'll send that to the stash. And, screenshot that. We've gotten some good corruptions out of this. I'm enjoying these. Even though we're not saving to stockpile in any sense, I'm liking them. Pointy mouth is the best mouth. True. Sometimes. Depends on who. Moving along. Oh, and I was gonna reroll that one to see if we can get any other colors out of it. I don't think so. No, it's just mostly the color's all gone. We can't even get color back intact. So yeah, let's move on, clear out the history. And I think we might be good with Koopa. I always get weirded out when I see finger corruptions, and I think the one that really weirded me out the first time, beyond wanting to even like look at the corruption anymore, like it made me just sick looking at it. I eventually got used to it and I loved it and I kept corrupting that. But it was Harry Potter and the Quidditch World Cup. Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup, I think is the full title. And there's a corruption where the screen wasn't updating, so when the characters move around, you know, it doesn't blacken off the screen and then move the character around. It's just like if they move their hand around, you would see every single frame of their hand, and you would see like a million hands drawn across the screen. And it just gave me like a little bit of trypophobia. It looked horrifying. It was just disgusting. It was like Harry Potter and the Million Fingers. It was so creepy looking. So finger ones are always kind of weird. Like this one gives me a little bit of a weird finger vibe. Cool though, I like them. Like I like that I can still get that kind of feeling from corruptions, which I don't get very often anymore. So So I just got a call from a telemarketer, and they were a real person. That is rare. I miss getting calls from telemarketers that were real people. I'm not saying I wish they would call me, like, I want more calls, go ahead and call my number, but I wish I didn't get the robo ones all the time. So I started speaking in tongues and shit. Very nice, that's the way to do it. The person went, okay, have a good day, sir, and hung up. Oh, that's too bad they didn't play along with it, or like try to still sell you it, like, okay, I know you're having like a coming to Jesus or something, but I need you to bear with me. What's a good shitty product? ShamWow. We sold it 6 years ago, and it's making a comeback with a ShamWow 2.5, and I need you to buy this. It will... Think about how much holy water you can suck up with this. How much unholy water you can suck up with this. I would have died laughing if they continued on. See, I mean, just their life must be so boring, and I wish they would have. I don't know if they get paid by the hour. They probably get paid by the sale, so they're probably just trying to get rid of it and move on to the next one. But if they got paid by hour, run down the clock. I would. If you're not familiar with, you probably know the streamer because he's actually pretty big now. But if you don't know Kitboga, I highly recommend checking out his content. He calls scammers like that, either tech support scammers or IRS scammers and other scammers like that, and he messes with them and he pretends he's going along with the scam as like Granny Edna. You have no idea who that is? Okay, anyone in the chat, he's a Twitch streamer called Kitboga, and he does this amazing thing where he has a virtual box on his computer. And he lets scammers connect to his PC and try to help him with the various tech issues that he's having. So you see those numbers like, you have a virus, call our number right now to get immediate assistance, and then pay for our $500 plan to get your PC fixed. Totally fake, never pay for that stuff, IRS will never call you, they'll send you a letter in the mail, don't believe any of that stuff. But he calls scammers like that, and he has voice changers to sound like an old grandma, like an old decrepit grandma who just wants to use her computer and she's just trying to get online to see her brother's, or no, her grandson's like Facebook or something. It's so great. Oh, you cut your finger, shoot! Hopefully you're right, man. Hopefully it's not too bad, wrap that up in a band-aid. But yeah, let me get the full Twitch URL. Twitch.tv/kitboga, I think probably have to put https:// Go check out Kitboga for anyone. It's kind of like, I love that. Before I started streaming, that was a guy who I watched every day, and my first like Twitch subscriptions all went to Kitboga. I love the guy, and he does some quality stuff. Yeah, it's not even that bad, it's just annoying as hell. It's like, I know paper cuts are just, they're so bad. They're not like bad cuts, but god, they're painful for days and days. I would say paper cuts and burns to your mouth with like where you eat something too hot. Those are my two annoying, like painful things that happen to me on a regular basis. I gotta stop eating hot stuff. Casual Friday, they said you could wear Hawaiian shirts, but they didn't say you had to show up. So, just Koopa, nobody. Okay, I think we are ready to corrupt someone else. So let's move on from Koopa. We don't get a zoom in of Shy Guy, I don't believe. You can see it here if we do. Sorry, my nose is itchy. Ah, let me scratch my nose. Story mode. I want to see if we get a good zoom in on Koopa. Here's the thing, here's the real goddamn kicker. The cut doesn't even hurt. I'm just annoyed that I keep hurting myself. Yeah, I know that pain. Especially when you go through like a week. I always cut myself a couple times, and it's like once you cut yourself once, you know that entire week's probably gonna be bad for you. At least for me, and this is because I have bad luck. But then I'll like get to the end of the week and I have like a cut on my finger, a cut on my wrist, a cut on my arm, a cut on my shoulder, and it's like, God, I just keep getting annoyed with myself because I'm being stupid. Yeah, the worst luck too, it's so bad. And just once one thing goes wrong, it all goes wrong. So yeah, we do not get a good look at Toad. Even though I would love to corrupt Toad, I hate Toad. I love him and I hate him, it's a love-hate relationship. I woke up this morning with a cut on my leg, and I'm like, how the fuck you... Oh, I hate waking up in the middle of the night, and you... Or not even in the middle of the night, just throughout the day, and you look at your like arm or something, and you have like dried blood. Sounds terrible, sorry. But like, you've just been like bleeding, and you don't know where it came from. I'll wake up, in the middle of the night and then that'll happen, or I'll go throughout my day and go home and I'm like, oh, I got a cut on my arm that's kind of significant that I didn't notice until now. At least, I mean, what is it? Like, all pain is in your head, so I guess that's why you didn't notice it, because you didn't feel the pain. Or you didn't look at it, so you didn't acknowledge it, so you didn't feel the pain. You've had that happen so many times, that's probably why. You just nick yourself here and there and you don't even notice it.
Let's party.
So we don't... I wish we got a good look at Toad. I hate Toad. God, the guy. But we're gonna corrupt Shy Guy. That is our last lad to corrupt, and then we'll switch over to some Neo Scavenger. So let's create a save stage here, and do a couple corruptions. Actually, we are getting some Toad corruptions in the background. That's not a bad one. He has like some demonic eyes going on. Also, I like Goomba's hat. We're actually corrupting the background characters more than anyone else. What is that Toad? That is horrifying. So the mouth is going up to infinity, so it already looks kind of creepy with the gaping wide mouth open, but his hands are spears, and they're like so long. No! It's kind of like Brian Brushwood from Modern Rogue. I haven't seen Modern Rogue. But he gets really annoyed when he cuts himself or damages his hands. Okay, gotcha. If I ever see that, I'll relate to a character more than I even imagine. Because the dude's a magician, his hands are important. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Now I understand why. You gotta, yeah. What is it? There's some profession where, like, I guess it's just any profession where you use your hands, you gotta be sure not to cut them. Like, if you're a hand model, if those are a thing anymore, they're probably just all CGI now. But if you're a hand model, you can't cut your hands, you can't get calluses on them, you can't lift heavy objects because you might callus your delicate hands. Musicians can't hurt their hands. Lots of stuff, you gotta use your hands so often. I hate when I get like any cuts on my fingertips because I can't type for days on end and I got a program, so that's usually painful. Do I screenshot this? No, we're gonna move on. That's not a quality one. I like the missing faces of both, not only the Shy Guy, oh my camera's refocusing, there we go. Not only the Shy Guy, but Goomba himself as well. They're matching. I still even type if I get a cut on my fingertip, I just deal with it. I feel like I would get it infected if I did that. Like maybe I have to put a band-aid on it. I've only done it like twice, and I think it's only like become a real problem because like it's a tiny cut, but then I just keep working on it and I keep typing because, I mean shoot, I'm on my computer like 14, 10 maybe hours a day, like I use it all the time. So I damage the hell out of my fingers when I have to. Wrap it up, okay. I probably would like try not wrapping it up, and I think that's what I've done in the past is I just typed without wrapping it up. Just, it's like a little tiny nick, like imagine you're testing if a knife is sharp and you accidentally poke yourself a little too hard without thinking. Something like that, and you're like, oh, well fuck, now my finger hurts. Me and my computer are pretty much a symbiotic organism at this point. Well said. I mean, might as well just connect yourself to the computer itself at some point. I can't wait for where's like a really realistic VR rendition. Like there's some old movies that do VR like so insane into the future where like you put on a helmet and you're in the world. Let's go with Ready Player One as an example. Ready Player One, the Oasis. I mean, God, how amazing would it be? Just it would be so cool. I'd be so fucking down for that. Exactly, and I think that's probably like one of the best ideas of what it could be like, because that's just for nerds, and nerds love it. I mean, it's awesome. Well, it's also for other people, but there's like the nerdy aspect to it, and we would go crazy for it. And there's a couple other like living in a computer. Matrix is an example of one, stuff like that, or a simulation, I guess. But Ready Player One, that'd be cool. I haven't seen the movie, by the way. Have you seen the movie? If you liked it, I'm curious. I read the book, and I love the book to death. I'm a big fan of sci-fi books, but never seen the movie. I mean, if Skynet ever comes by, I'll be like, of course I want to be made into a murder robot. Are you kidding me? Yeah, okay, I get you on that. I mean, give up my current life for the life of becoming a murder robot in a cool simulation that I can control so much stuff. Don't mind if I do. No more college debt? Sign me right up. Ready Player One was a colossal amount of meh. That's what I was worried about. I saw a lot about that. The trailer, they hyped it up pretty well for the trailer. They had the song Imagine from Willy Wonka, or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. You know, come with me and you'll see a world of imagination. Imagination, that's the name of the song. They did a rendition of that, so I was super hyped about that. Some of the characters looked interesting, but I didn't like all the pop culture stuff. Didn't like that at all. It was kind of like, eh. And I heard that there was kind of a lot of pop culture references, which are just going to be dated. And that's the whole idea of Ready Player One to this day. It holds up pretty well for the most part. Imagine though, if you become a Terminator, you could fucking install homebrew software on yourself. Careful not to brick yourself, because I mean, what would that be? That'd be like, would that be suicide? No, that'd be murdering yourself. Hopefully, it's just a soft brick. Someone come along, the EMS can come along and reboot you. You're all fine. Run GameCubes. GameCube games on yourself would be pretty cool. Corrupt games on yourself. Skynet would re-upload you. Okay, fair enough. If you're that valuable. No, they wouldn't. And they'd be like, cut that shit out. Yeah, just stop it. Stop doing that stuff, man. You're just making it harder on us, using our resources. This looks like a really bad villain in some video game, like super skinny head, but like a big macho body. We didn't really get a whole lot of Shy Guy corruptions. We actually got a lot more when we were corrupting Goomba, and also look at that Goomba corruption. He's getting that whole lower lip rubbed up against Shy Guy over there. It's cool when it zooms out like this. I want to just draw attention to that, whatever that is. This one. When it gets really tiny and all the colors are just in a really small space, for some reason my I don't know, my ADHD goes off and I had to jump to that and it looks super cool. Don't know why though. But I think that's about it for corruptions. I think we've seen a good lot. There's the tiny toad. And I like a lot of these ones that we got. I didn't like the gameplay as much. Minigames are alright. But you always gotta kind of find the sweet spot for some of these games where you know the corruptions are gonna be quality. And that's gonna be here for me, at least. These are the ones I like to play. A lot of people might like gameplay corruptions a lot more, and they might corrupt gameplay specifically. We might have trouble doing some of that stuff. But yeah, seriously, biochemical engineering is the next step for humanity, as far as I'm concerned, and I'm excited for that. I think that's pretty cool. Biochemical, I mean, that just opens the door to so many opportunities. I mean, so much stuff you can do with that. I'm one of those folks that's all about the future, and humans becoming androids. I'm with you on that. There's so much in our future that I'm looking forward to. And I'm glad, well, this sounds bad, but I'm glad I'm young now. I mean, shoot, I'm 20. I'm gonna see a lot of that stuff in my lifetime, I hope. And God knows when I'm 100 what that stuff's gonna be like. If the life expectancy, which I imagine will go up a little bit, hopefully I'll live about to 100. Life expectancy now is around 70 to 80, so it might do a little bit better with the advancements in medication and stuff like that. I'm all about that futurology, I think is the name of it. There's a subreddit for that if you are a Redditor yourself. Although I don't think, well, this subreddit, the title of it, Welcome to Futurology, a subreddit devoted to the field of future studies and speculation about the development of humanity, technology, and civilization. Couldn't find the last word. Like seriously, I'd sign myself to be a test subject for it. I've always been kind of iffy about that. Like, I always wondered, like, imagine, say, Google, they decided to, instead of make Google glasses, they decided to make contacts that are not very easy to take out. They have to be surgically put onto your eye. It's a very safe process, but getting them out is a process as well. Or maybe it's permanent. What if you didn't really, like, it'd be cool to have the first couple ones, but maybe you would want to wait until it's like a more versatile product. Would I want to be stuck with that old version? I don't know, I've been burnt on older versions that are like development kits before with stuff like Oculus. I had a dev kit too, and I hated what they did to the dev kit people after the commercial release. Partly because of Facebook buyout, but, you know, give or take. I honestly wouldn't mind the risk involved with it. Why not just replace my eye? That'd be more beneficial. True, that's true. You could just remove the robotic eye and replace it. Actually, yeah, you're right, okay. I'm thinking of like if you just had your regular eye and you put something on top of it that's super hard to get off, that's something I'd worry about. But if you're just replacing the whole eye, shoot, why not? And I'm gonna recommend that subreddit for you. Fuck the regular eye, it's so bad. It's so bad for a lot of people too. I'm one of the people that are blessed with the 20/20 vision. Some good for now, but as you age and your eyes age as well, it gets much worse. And it sucks to have a degrading eye. Imagine an eye that you're born with, and it's always the same quality consistently throughout your entire life. And imagine them like not really getting blurry. I mean, shoot. Imagine staring at distant objects and not having to like focus on that object intently and like stare at it, and if you're like tired, you don't have to worry about the eyes not functioning properly. That's some cool stuff. And we'll be within our lifetime. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, right? Or have eye zoom. That's a whole nother realm. Don't even worry about those modules yet. Play Pong on your eye. Watch the news. Watch YouTube on your eye. Why not? See a screen. Have a desktop environment. Use augmented reality to add stuff into your world. Have a HUD. See your temperature at the top right. See your personal temperature. See how the weather's gonna look. See your updates, your alarms. It's so cool. I'd play Pong on my eye. Oh, I would too. Use maybe your eyeballs as like paddles. Alright, I think we are going to draw this to a close, but we're not done with the stream yet. We're going to do a little bit of Neo Scavenger after this. So I think, can we get a last one to end this on? Actually, that's a fantastic one to end this one. Mr. Potato Head himself. Is that man? He has like lips. God. Mr. Goomba Head. Alright. Though the facts people using augmented reality can go overwhelmingly bad or really well. Depends on how many advertisements are forcibly shoved down our throats. Very true. Advertising is something that we should also probably worry about a lot into the future as technology becomes more and more rampant. Advertising does too, because you gotta pay for those products somehow in the software that's on there. He looks like the He-Man of Goombas. Exactly. That's a many-looking Goomba. Those are some good ones. So we'll go ahead and end things there. Let me transition scenes here. To start, let me get some music ready first though. We're gonna do... I've been in love with the YouTube channel lately and I keep mentioning it, called Everness, which is just like background music to games that you might like. Transition! I'm getting to that point in the night where I get a little tired. Which will be fantastic for this next portion because I have to narrate all of the game because there's no voice acting. So, that's gonna be exciting. It will be a good practice for me because I usually don't talk actively very often. So this will be good for me. Now to find music. Let's do this one. Once it loads, I'll actually play and switch over scenes. Okay. Bye to the camera. Unless I'm around, I don't let you shut up. No, I don't mind. I mean, honestly, it is so nice to have people in chat. When I was playing Mario Golf, I didn't have anyone chatting. I streamed at an odd hour, and doing corruptions when you have no one to talk to, it's kind of lonely. They're still fun, don't mind me. But it's nice to have people to talk to because then you can talk about the corruptions you're seeing. If they have stuff to talk about, you can talk about that. I always enjoy it. I'll pretty much always show up and dude, hey, dude, it's awesome to have a regular audience, and I appreciate you here. You are a good friend to talk to, man. And I'm gonna hear some broken glass in a moment here, so I apologize about that. And yeah, if anyone hasn't heard of Neo Scavenger, you'll see a sneak peek today. It's not too popular of a game, but I like it. It's a neat little game. Here's some Oblivion ambient rain sound stuff. Because I just love rain and stuff like this. God damn it, you just made me squeak because I was, I was surprised being called a friend. No, come on, man. Yeah, of course you are. Streamers can have stream chatters that are friends as well, right? I feel like they can. Oh, is this just rain? Is there no music? Oh, it's just rain. Oh my god, wait. We need rain oblivion. Wait, did you cut your thumb again? That's so bad. You gotta do it twice? I apologize, I was probably part of that. Did I ever watch the video you sent me? Oh no, I didn't! And I knew, I kept considering it! I was gonna watch that before I stream. The next time I stream, I was like readied up, I was in bed and I remembered that. I was like, okay, I gotta go watch that and then I'm gonna stream, but I got caught up with the programming assignment. How do I remind myself? Hence why I reminded you. No, I appreciate the reminder. Here, what's a good way that I can write it down? I'm gonna write it down, I have a sticky note over here. I'm gonna write down on the sticky note. I'm gonna remind myself to do this immediately after stream. Watch video X sent. Got it, putting it right on the side there. Now I remember. I'm bad at remembering to do stuff like that. Watch it on stream? I can't watch it on stream because I'm iffy about showing other people's content and, you know, that whole situation. But I will watch it immediately afterwards, don't you worry. Now, I'm gonna disappear for a sec. I gotta go refill my water, but then we'll get started with some Neo Scavenger. Stay hyped for that, enjoy the background music, and I'll be back in just a moment. Oh wait, did the music stop? Oh no, it's restarting, okay. Now comes the part of the night where I get to flick off all my lights, and I love parts of the nights like this. I've been usually streaming Oblivion. Like last night we did a little bit of Oblivion for, I think like 4 hours. We played a lot last night. But man, it's nice turning out the lights, it's relaxing. And I'm curious what it looks like because I've never actually seen it without the lights on, so we're gonna add an existing light. Am I frozen? I'm just frozen! Why? Oh, because I unplugged the camera. There was the last time you saw me before I unplugged the camera. It's just frozen in place. Deactivate, activate. There we go. Hi. Oh, that's not too bad actually. It's like fairly alright. So I was gonna say I have to flick off the lights. Oh, but now it's just like darkness and then the other one. It's too dark. I can't do it. That is a derpy face. It was kind of a derpy face. Alright, so how do I turn off this? Deactivate. I could adjust the lighting and all that kind of stuff, so maybe at some point I'll stream in the dark, but I don't think I'll ever do camera in the dark. It's just, I get to have my relaxing dark time. Don't have to worry about any other lighting issues. I'm not explaining this very well. Okay, here we go. Some Neo Scavenger. Oh, I forgot to update all my titles and all that stuff. Let me do that now. Neo Scavenger. Ooh, what are we gonna be doing in Neo Scavenger? We're gonna do. It's almost a blind playthrough, but not quite. When I'm in the dark, I feel way more awake. I'm pretty much nocturnal because I have royally fucked my sleep schedule. Oh, you know, that is so true. I feel you on that. It's the worst thing ever, and I keep doing this thing where I nap, and I tell myself that I'm gonna leave all the lights on when I want to nap. so that I won't sleep that long, but I still end up sleeping for like 5 hours. And here's the kicker. Now whenever it's light out, I get tired, but as soon as I turn off the lights when I normally stream, I'm wide awake, so I can't go to bed at night because I'm super awake and the lights aren't on. It's so bad. I gotta stop it. I'm getting a little bit better with the new school year, hopefully. God. Neo Scavenger, I'm terrible at thinking of titles. How about... collecting an absurd amount of bottles. To collect an absurd amount of bottles. That's what we're gonna be doing this stream. And I gotta spell absurd right. Obscured? No. Absurd. Ah, with an A. Yeah, for sure though, I see the sun and I get tired. Oh yeah. Hence my ex-boyfriend calls me a vampire. I'm pale white, awake during the night, and tired during the day. Yeah, that's spot on, isn't it? All streamers or people that watch streams, they progressively turn into vampires. That's what Twitch is all about. It's turning people into their vampire army. TechSupport is streaming Neo Scavenger. I don't know if these notifications actually go out when I'm already streaming, but we'll adjust it just in case. He called it like he saw it. I mean, true that. Knew what he was talking about. Neo Scavenger. Is there anyone streaming this category? I'm curious about. Honestly, I wouldn't even mind being a vampire. Legit, that'd be pretty dope. I mean, you get immortality. That's awesome. Any immortality, I mean, that's usually pretty cool. And as long as it's iffy immortality, like immortality that you can also choose to end if you so choose. And you can because you can drive the wooden stake through your heart or whatever. If it's immortality with no chance of death whatsoever, that sounds like a miserable existence because if you blink, think about that second where you blink and everything is just black for like a fraction of a second. That was the entire universe before you existed in a blink of an eye. And blink again, that's the entire universe after you die. Like everything that happens, every single moment in existence within those two blinks. And being a vampire, you're gonna have to experience that for eternity. It's just, wouldn't want that. Or being a, immortality being, however you pronounce it. Okay, Neo Scavenger, I'm checking the category before I start up, because I'm curious if there's a lot of people on it. There's no one streaming tonight, but there's 1,000 followers. That's cool. Honestly, I'd like to see the end of the universe. Well, you would see the end of this universe, so you would see the heat death of the sun. But, remember, the universe lives on, so what would be the end of the universe? What would end it all? Would it just be all things stopping? Like all things stopping motion because there's no energy left in the universe? Or even past that, just nothing moving anymore, there's absolutely no energy. Nothing moves. And yet it's still there. There's just no energy anymore. And that sounds like a depressing existence. I'd be in front of... Wait, I'd be there, front row seat. Gotcha, you're... I'm getting thrown off. Front row seat, like, let's do this! Exactly. Wearing a suit and all. I'd probably just launch myself into space and float because vampires don't need to breathe. But imagine how depressing that would be. Like, it would be fun for the first few moments, but imagine being bored for a year in space. And then imagine being bored for 5 years in space. And then what if you can't get down for 100 years, 1,000 years? Like, man, I would just be bashing my head against my spacesuit suit, trying to find a piece of wood so I can murder myself. Anyways, let's get started here. Let me transition scenes. And we should have background music, because I don't believe have music in game. We'll figure that out in just a moment. I'd be meditating, enjoying my time. Okay, that's fair. I get it. You never get bored. Could you also see plants moving and stuff? Okay, so you could see plants moving. All right, fair. Maybe you could make your own stories out of it. I am, I guess, hypoactive. I don't think I can do that. After a minute, I may be bored, but that's just me. Everyone has their own place. Here's a question: if you could have any superpower, can I guess that you would want invisibility? Also, Memimem, how's it going? Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Let's go and launch up Neo Scavenger here. And I'm gonna pause the music to see if we need music. Oh no, it's got sound. Okay. Oh, it's gonna keep doing this pausing thing. I apologize while I move around. Invisibility would be horrible. You wouldn't be able to close your eyes. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, God, actually, that is pretty bad. That's something I didn't consider when I was saying I would want invisibility. I would want to hear what everyone had to say about me, but that's a terrible reason to be invisible. You would see right through your eyelids. Ugh. You could never sleep. Unless you got, like, really used to... I know people do sleep with their eyes open, so you'd have to get super used to doing that. I imagine your body could eventually transition, but, like... Ugh. And sleep in, like, a pitch black room, because that's, like, the equivalent of closing your eyes. Okay, I got my chat copied. I'm gonna bring this audio up. Let me know if that is too loud for y'all. Hopefully that's decent. And I'm gonna do a new game. And this is Neo Scavenger, where we need to survive. And the rest you'll sort of get as we go. Now the only power I want is the ability to possess others' bodies. That's an interesting choice. What are your reasons for that? If I had any ability, if I had to choose, I'd want either invisibility or the power to control probability. I think that would be my favorite. That way, if one body dies, I can just go yoink, steal someone else's. Well, there you go. There's immortality in essence until everyone dies, I guess. So we get to choose some traits about us. We could be, for example, strong. We could be a medic. We could be good at hiding or good at melee. We can also take some flaws about us to give us some points. We have to allot a certain amount of points. We have 15 here. We can use a certain amounts. So say if we took myopia, we can see 1 hex less in front of us, and detecting hidden creatures is a little bit harder, so we have bad eyes. So we can select that, and now we have 16 points, but we don't want that. At that point, I just get to be a ghost, which would be fun. A sentient, living ghost. Well, wait, you would possess bodies, but what? Okay, I see what you mean. Okay, so maybe even though you can possess bodies, you can still live after that body is dead. Gotcha. In fact, I don't... Shoot, just be a ghost that can possess people. That's a pretty cool existence. I want to be a ghost. So things I want to be. I want to be good at hiding. I like hiding. And... how about... Oh, I gotta make this window a little bit opaque so I can see the whole window. There we go. Let's be strong. Melee attacks are more damaging. Can create an obstacle in combat. No. Medic... melee, better chance to hit in melee combat. Let's do that. I want to be... I want my metabolism to be pretty good. I don't have to get hungry or thirsty along the way. I want Eagle Eye? Can see 1 hex further. Nah, how about botany? Knowledge of herbs, fungi, and other plants. Well, we're gonna be in the forest, so let's take that. We got 3 points left. Let's put it into... electrician, hacking... UI, why not? And we have 1 point free. Can we buy anything? Electrician. Alright. Those are our traits. Some of the traits got narrowed out, flaws like metabolism, because we already have good metabolism, so we can't also have bad metabolism. The one thing I'd do that would annoy the fuck out of anyone I haunt is I'd move objects from one place and move them into very slightly different places. Go ahead and Google gaslighting, because that's exactly what you're doing, and I think that is both horrifying, because you would literally drive people into insanity, but it is also kind of funny from a perspective of a ghost. Can I pause? Main menu. Resume, okay. I'm gonna turn the music volume all the way down, because we're not gonna bother with music, and we're just gonna play our own tunes. I'm gonna leave the Oblivion music going for a bit, and maybe we'll transition to like Animal Crossing, but I think this is good background sound. I'd probably do that until someone asks me to possess them. I'm going insane. I need it to stop. Just possess me, please. That way, if anyone I knew I could go. No, they said I could. Oh yeah, that's fair. You had consent, if you will. All right, so we confirm that we're good to go now, and we enter the world in this area. So you wake up disoriented, slumped over the base of an empty cryosleep pod, still damped from cryo fluid. The thick dust from the floor clings to your skin, leaving a clean spot on the ground where a large O5 is painted. Across the room, there's a hallway. There's a door to the hallway and a broken window leading outside. Just as you gather your wits, an unearthly scream erupts from the hallway beyond the door. Something is coming fast. I'd be an evil bastard. Oh, ghost, that's for sure. Well, I am happy to know that there's going to be evil bastard ghosts out there in the real world. Hey, from most people's ghost experiences so far, I mean, it seems like there's a lot of people out there that are like this, right? So we can either jump out the window, or we can use our various skills in this situation. So we could be hiding if we want to hide. We can use melee if we want to fight the creature that's coming down the hallway. We could be an electrician to rig the door to stay shut. Let's use botany. Plant catches your eye as you scan the room for supplies. I gotta move this chat window somewhere better. This game looks interesting. It isn't all text, don't worry. We're gonna get to some combat stuff later. This is just the intro. Plant catches your eye as you scan the room for supplies. Rhenicus communis, the castor oil plant, is growing in from the window. You remember that this plant can be highly toxic, and most animals will avoid it if possible. Breaking off some branches, you quickly stomp on the leaves and seeds, rubbing the fragments on your feet and hands. You scatter the rest in the doorway just in time. The predatory dog-like creature, also look at that thing. It's like a weird werewolf half thing. The red dog-like creature comes to a halt as it reaches the doorway, sniffing the plants and shaking its head in disgust. You thrust your hands toward it, and it steps back further, obviously uninterested in your toxic scent. With one more huff, it pads down the hallway, looking for more palatable prey. It seems kind of like Zork. I love Zork! I love Zork too! Zork is awesome. I haven't played Zork in a long time, but I love those console games, and Go West and stuff like that. So we can now search for records if we want. We're still in the cryostasis room, and the buddy that's going to attack us doesn't care anymore. Let's search for records. You check the console for any patient info and come across 3 records. Tank 1, Anton Blubber, committed 11/11/2012. Emergency contacts, billing info. Filler Kindred, 2019. So, a couple months into the future. So basically it's like, it's like, damn you stink. You'll see in a sec. You'll see in a moment. It adds a little bit more to it. Just more contact information. We don't really need that. Let's jump out the window. You go outside and see if you can figure out where you are. Avoiding the broken glass, you step out onto the sill and outside. Wrestling some plants that have grown wild in the area. It's cool outside and damp, probably morning. The distant report of a gun catches your attention. You cock your head listening, but it's over as quickly as it started. Obviously, you're not alone out here, though that doesn't necessarily comfort you. You're in the parking lot of the Gaige's cryo facility, but everything looks disused and in disrepair. Plants have pushed their way through the pavements and over the facility. Worst of all, nothing looks familiar. You don't remember this place or even who you are. Your frustration mounts, but you catch it and put it in check. Might as well take a look around. And this is what the game actually looks like, so that intro scene is what you're going to kind of deal with when you go to various locations and you have choices to make based on your attributes and abilities. We go across these tiles to different locations, like we're in the Gaige's cryo facility now, and we're going to go to town in just a moment. We have a character screen with our character and inventory. We have glass shards on our ground, at the ground here. We have cuts if we have any wounds. We're good to go for right now. There's campsites and vehicles if you have any. We can scavenge the area if we wanted to. So we could scavenge the cryostasis facility to see if there's any supplies there. Let's go and do that. Despite its high-tech appearance, this facility seems to be tucked away in the wilderness, out of sight. This bodes well for chances of finding something valuable, or even shelter, provided nothing else has set up shop with the same ideas. So we're going to use Eagle Eye. Well, actually, that doesn't affect our loot, safety, or sneak, so we're just going to confirm. And we found something. Check my Dwarf Fortress game. You play Dwarf Fortress? I love Dwarf Fortress. Anyways, everyone in my town has been murdered by werewolves except one dwarf. He's a vampire who lives in the basement and has been down there in game time for 6,000 years. He's gone insane, but is still doing the office job, signing papers that I sent him up on many thousands of years ago, in fact. That's a cool story. If you are familiar with the Dwarf Fortress subreddit, I recommend writing a little bit of story, a little bit of lore about that. That's pretty cool, I like that. Or checking it out in like Legends mode and seeing what else there is to it. I love Dwarf Fortress, that's cool, man. Thanks for sharing that. So we found something here, so we're gonna take a look at it. It's on the ground now. What we found was a multi-tool, a pocket knife, and we have the facility that we can enter once again, which we're not going to. I have a feeling the guy despises me, like why have you forsaken me? Especially because he's a vampire now, so now you've assigned him to the job, the desk job, and he can't do anything else other than that into infinity. That is his only job and all he can ever do. Which is depressing. So we got the multi-tool with the knife out, and we're gonna pick up some glass shards and put it in our hand. Oh, we have our name too. Philip Kindred is our name. The town would basically never die. Exactly. That will forever live on. Should go into, oh, what's it called? Not Legends, not Fortress mode, but Adventure mode. You go to Adventure mode and try to live in that fortress with the vampire. Turn it into a fort of vampires. Alright, we're gonna go to town, so we're gonna advance one tile over. As you approach the town, there is no sign of activity. Buildings stand in ruin. Vehicles are overturned and blackened with fire. Explosion marks radiate outward from walls and pavements. In the distance, strange-looking creatures circle in the sky, like monstrous, leathery vultures. The world has drastically changed from what you knew. Some sort of cataclysm has befallen the earth, returning mankind to the Dark Ages. And along with it, your hopes of finding a warm meal and some answers as well. You decide to look around and scavenge what you can from the ruins. I might eventually go down and put him out of his misery someday. Oh, don't do that, no! I mean, I would leave it as like a fortress that never dies and leave it there forever, into infinity, and just build stuff around it. But that's just me. I understand if you want to put him out of his misery. So now that we're at the town, we need to scavenge this area. There's a little magnifying glass that tells us we can scavenge it, so we're gonna scavenge. And there's a bunch of little buildings here. Look around you, there are a few areas that are worth checking out. So we're gonna check out this abandoned mobile home. Look, like other suburban homes, mobile homes were on the front lines in a war between fleeing urban populations and supernatural hordes from the wilds. However, their smaller size of 10 means there's less... Their smaller size of 10 means there's less to be found in each. Gotcha. So our loot is very low, safety is pretty good, we're not gonna get hurt here. But our sneak is kinda low, so we might get some attention if we go here. It all depends if he pays respect to me daily. Exactly, he has to pay respect. He has to treat you like a deity. If we increased our hiding, we would find less loot, but we'd be more sneaky, but we don't want to do that. We want to find some stuff, no useful items found, so we're good to go there. Keep scavenging the rest of these areas. A locked storage shed. Locked storage sheds are a good sign. Somebody thinks there's something valuable inside and nobody else wants to remove it yet. The question is, can you get past the lock? We can't, because we have no tools for that. An abandoned house. The suburbs were hit hard in the collapse, with masses of people fleeing urban centers in search of supplies and supernatural threats encroaching from the wilds. The suburbs became the front lines of the war for survival. Still, houses like these were so numerous that some have been entirely missed by scavengers, and they tend to be less likely to fall over than the bigger buildings in suburban urban centers. Alright. Search. Whoa, we found some stuff. Check the ground. We found a scratched CD. We found some blue jeans. Put those pants on. We got pockets now. Pockets. Yeah. We got a black shirt. Put that t-shirt on so we don't freeze. We'll put it on over our smock. And we got a hoodie. Put the hoodie on. Now we got some pockets in our hoodie. Some branches, some more glass. We'll stick the shards in our pocket. There's some more glass shards here. We'll pick those up as well. Pockets hype. Exactly. You got that right. We got some dirty rags. We can put that on our face for like a really cheap crude air filter. Some string, maybe we'll take that. Oh, a shiv! We'll take that right away. Use that when we get a chance. That's about it that we found here though, some more shards we don't really need. And a CD, do we want to keep the CD? No, we have no use for it. A scratched CD. And there's one more building left, same text as before, but no useful items found, and we may have likely alerted some creatures nearby, so we had to be cautious of that. Alright, so we have no more moves remaining, so we can't move anymore. Also, my mouse is being captured, correct? I'll make sure it is. Oh no, it's not! Oh, I should probably capture my mouse. That might be useful just for this game. Normally I don't like to capture my mouse, but... Alright. So... end turn. Nothing's following us, luckily. But let's head up north. Players only will see well in these conditions, making it difficult. Alright. And now I can see the cursor correct. Yeah, it's going to stream. Alright. We're gonna scavenge the woods. We're not really hungry or thirsty, according to these gauges over here. And we're also now pretty well tempered, because we have some good clothing on. But let's search anyways. This stretch of forest seems to almost flourish in the absence of human life. There's a good chance one could find food and raw materials in here if they knew what to look for. Just watch out for creatures that make the forest their home and hunting ground. We're gonna use our botany to severely increase our loot chance. And we found lots of stuff, luckily for us. In this game called Cataclysm, I always play the Lost Submissive, because it amuses the hell out of you that it's an option. Lost Submissive, that is super funny actually. Cataclysm, never heard of that game before. I looked that up. Just one that like... How would you find themselves, he or her, find themselves in that situation? Cataclysm. Game. Anytime I hear Cataclysm, I think of World of Warcraft. Ooh. It's a cool looking game too. I like the graphic style of it. Ooh, it reminds me of Cogmind, and Dwarf Fortress and stuff like that, of course. It's kind of Dwarf Fortress-y zombie survival game. Okay, gotcha. It's not... No, I'm thinking of Notch. His first game was like a zombie survival game, but it's not by him. I'll have to check that out. Thank you for the suggestion. Rock, Paper, Shotgun either did a review on it or made it. Review on it, probably. Let's check that out. I like those art style games. Anyways, we found a bunch of stuff in the woods, so we're gonna drink some water. There goes our thirst. Much higher. Now that we have botany, we can check if these things are edible or not. And if we didn't know, we would just be taking the risk and just eating some poison berries. So we could eat some mushrooms in the forest. They are edible. No death caps for us. And a handful of edible berries. We'll take that in our inventory, because we could use that. Is this very big? We'll keep it there. Drink some more water. That's good. We don't really need the string yet. We could try crafting some stuff, which is... Where's our crafting menu? X. So if we wanted to craft some stuff, we could stick that over here. It sounded like you took a leak instead of drinking water. Yeah, you know there's a stream there. It goes in and it comes out at the same time. Wow, somehow Merlin looks even weirder. Howdy, gang. Hey, how's it going, mate? How you doing, Spagoods? In fact, we actually returned Merlin partly back to his original form, so he's no longer a vampire, and he looks kinda like himself. You'll have to check the VOD to see what he looks like, but I'm glad we brought it back. He looks great now. And yeah, we're playing a little bit of Neo Scavenger. There's Merlin. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I know I like him. He has a little bit of a weaker chin now. I think old Merlin had a good, strong chin. This one looks like even more of a beta Merlin than before. He looks even more sadder, in fact. But I think you'll like the changes that he has. So he's no longer an inbred blobfish. Oh no, he's still an blobfish. Don't you worry. He's still a very sexy blobfish. if you are into that, or Spagoolers is for sure. He was way too sexy. In vampire form he was. I don't know, blobfish form, he had a certain touch going to him, in my opinion. Oh, there's a rabid dog over there. Feral dog. Should we go fight the feral dog? I'll let people decide on that while I advance forward. I don't know, people might want to fight the dog, and I would understand. I'm a dog fighting type. I get it. There's some pebbles here. We can throw those at people, I think. Probably not. We'll just take some pebbles. Why not? Drink some more water. Eat some more berries. We're actually kind of hungry, so let's eat a bunch of berries and mushrooms. I love that emote. I love it so much. Not fighting the dog isn't a real option. Exactly, I agree. I wholeheartedly recommend leaving that poor pupper alone. Well, here are the two striking differences between Spagoodlers and Ix. How about if it approaches us, we will fight it, because then it is out for blood. It is feral, so it may attack us. If it comes near us, we will attack it. Ah, it's leaving us alone. It's going towards the cryo facility, so maybe Doggo lives today. If it approaches you, fuck it shit up. Okay, I'm glad we got consent. Alright, let's search these abandoned buildings. The office building is in ruins, and it is unlikely much survived in its collapse. The creaking walls and ceiling are no boost to your confidence either. Still, that may mean no one was brave enough, or perhaps desperate enough, to go in there. Well, I will tell you we are desperate enough. Let's see if we find anything. Oh, cut on some broken glass. It was a stupid mistake, but while trying to reach a blocked room from the outside, you cut yourself on the broken glass from the window. It'll sting for a while, but it's not anything serious. No useful items found. Kill Doggo on principle. Dog meat! You are human. Human is strong. Human, use strength against Doggo. It is Doggo. Dumb, weak, sexy. Oh, God, what is that about, too? You what? Oh, I'm dying. Anyways, we got scratched in the upper chest. We're minorly bleeding. Just minor bleed. And there's so many stones on the ground here. It may still come after us, so there is still a worry. We're gonna check this other one. We didn't get cut, so we're all in the clear. We can rest and heal for our cuts, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna keep running along. We can take a look at our map. What direction should we head? So we have a huge map available to us. I think I'm gonna start heading east, this direction. That's where I wanna go. I didn't get to the top of this food chain to not murder animals. With the chicky nug. The cricket sounds. God. There's vegans and vegetarians. I'm vegan 6 months out of 12 months. And the other 6 months it's too expensive, so I don't go vegan. You slipped on a rock! How unlucky are we? While navigating some broken mossy terrain, you slip and land on some wet stone. While a painful setback, you're thankful it wasn't worse. Alright, so we got some pain on us now. I mean, hunts, to be fair, but I do that with a bow and arrow. I get that, okay. At least it gives the animal a chance. Yeah, I kind of get you on that. Like when people, like those like high school hunters go out in all their camo gear and they got their guns and got their ammo, and like that's all they do, and they just go out and shoot like a deer or something. Do you give them a bow and arrow too? Oh, some killers! The recursive, the backlash. I think a bow and arrow is honorable, so I give you that. A gun, that's just, I don't find that honorable. Come on, you're just taking pellet shots at an animal. At least take a musket out. If you're gonna use a gun, go use a musket. Give you time to reload. I tried, but they're not good at using them, fair enough. I don't even hunt too often. Alright, I don't know why I said too often. I don't hunt, period. I don't hunt at all. But I do eat meat, so I get that for me. But when I'm back home in California, I am a vegan myself, so I don't even bother. What am I doing? I am hiding my tracks. I'm gonna rest and heal. We're gonna sleep for a little bit. I wanna heal my cuts. Oh! We got 2 feral dogs. I really don't want two feral dogs. Honestly, oh wait, shoot. I love the hunt, it's thrilling. I get that. Honestly, I'm being trolly as fuck. I think there isn't an ethically compelling argument to eating meats, but I am a bad person who doesn't live ethically. I can't cut out meat. No, I don't blame you. And I don't think there's like, I don't think every single person in the world should cut out meats. Like, there's benefits and downsides to it. I live around a lot of hardcore vegans, like oorah vegans, you know? And the reason why I do it when I'm back home is because I just feel better when I'm like that. Like, I'm eating better in general. So I like going on a diet in that sense. But I don't really do it for ethics. The ethics are like a nice plus for me, but they're not the only reason why. They're not the major intents. And I also don't think I would force other people to be like, you shouldn't eat meats or eggs or anything like that. Like, no, eat what you want to eat. If you want to, you know, have your diet and it works for you, it works for you. I don't mind. The problem with cutting out meat is most of plant materials upset my stomach. Fair. My body is literally built for being a carnivore. So yeah, I would recommend, like, if you know what's good for you, work with what's good for you. Staying off meat, or at least eating, like, you know, white meat, is pretty decent for me, so I try to do that when I can. Just waiting for those impossible nugs. Hey, oh, we're not in a good zone, there's a stranger! I gotta send you some nugs, my dude. That treat stream, I can't get over that treat stream. Every time I think about it, I gotta send you some nugs. However, you only have a 40 nug plan, so I think like 40 nugs is reasonable. But I want to send you some 20 nugs too. Can you put a 20 nug option on there for the poor college student? I'm sorry, when I heard white meat, I went, oh shoot, I missed that emote. You went Cabra Bride. Fair enough. 40 bust. I kind of get that though. I was like, why would, like, just send 20 nugs? Like 20 nugs go like that. So I'm like, I get the whole 40. Yeah, you gotta have a meal, you know? So this guy has a gun, and he's gonna murder us if we get near him. I feel like he's not gonna be a good happy camper. So let's get on out of here. Let's go and skedaddle. We have to end our turn, so. Oh no. He bolted towards us. So he has a rifle with a strap. We can do a couple things. We can say hi. We can offer to talk. Offer to talk stops the battle with the target and begins talk. If any combatants still want to fight, battle continues. Stranger's about to fuck you up. You got that right. We can try running away. We can scream and run as fast as we can, which I'm in favor of personally, so we don't die right away. We can threaten him to try to take his weapon away. With our little shiv, we're gonna threaten him with his rifle. Here's what you can do: try to talk and stab him in the kidneys. I like that. You thinking the right way. Or we can sprint at him and we can try to tackle him. I like the sprinting and tackling method. You want to try to talk it? We can try to talk it. Okay, with the 2 people in chat, type in 1 for offer to talk. Type in 2 to run after him and tackle him. He seems like a reasonable wasteland wanderer. From my experience, they usually don't want to talk. But hey, maybe this could be the odd option that he does talk. So we got 1 for talk. 1, if he doesn't talk, stab him in the kidneys. You got it. All right, let's offer to talk. Confirm. So I'm going to read this from the top. Stranger has attacked the player and hits. Stranger gashed player's upper chest with 301 rifle SP? Is that like a knife on the end of the rifle? Also his name is Bad Mother. Player has a fractured rib. Player is coughing up blood. Player is stunned and unable to move for a moment. Player is in minor pain and some activities are affected. Player offers to talk with Bad Mother. Player is temporarily distracted. He gashed you with it, so he doesn't have ammo. He doesn't have ammo. That's a good point. We should run at him. Diplomatic victory. However, he might just butt us with a gun. Like, he might just butt us to death. So we have to wait because we're in pain and we're stunned. Player fell to the ground and must regain footing to continue. Player is exposed and easy to attack for a moment. Player passed out from unbearable pain. Shake the motherfucker, exactly. But shit. Oh no. We died! He destroyed us. So let's see. So the last thing he did. So player's bleeding, player's unconscious, player's exposed, easy to attack. We passed out. The Bad Mother attacks the player and hits us. He shreds our head open. We're unconscious and somewhat disoriented. We start internally bleeding. We have a concussion. And then we have severe traumatic brain disorders and injury. Never listen to chat, Sparky. Yes, run at the motherfucker and stab him any chance. Also, I like the tech. Oh no. Oh, all right, new game. All right, new game. So let's do botany. That was a good one. Metabolism I still like, so we don't have to eat too often. Let's get good at like running. Can we get sprinting, tracking, athletic? Athletic. Less fatigue per move. Can run away faster in battle. Can run further on map. So we can't run faster at them though. We can only run away faster, which is unfortunate. You recommend taking lockpicking? That could be useful for the sheds. I get you on that. Lockpicking, is it expensive though? It's 3, so that's fair. I still like melee because I want to have to attack people hand to hand. And we could take Eagle Eye. We only have 2 points left, or hiding. Let's go with Eagle Eye. We don't need to hide too much. Yeah, maybe we can talk it over, right? Which is funny because with Ginny in the massive forehead, you just give him a target. He sees that massive forehead, and it's a bullseye for him to aim for. Alright, we're gonna do botany again because we know it works, but we rub some smelly flowers all over our body, and this weird wolfman gets uncomfortable about the whole situation, and then he just walks away. So that's what happens here, in case you're unfamiliar. So confirm, and we're gonna walk out of here. Big forehead equals ashtray. Exactly. He's just gonna, cut off the head, take the head somewhere else, and use it as an ashtray. You're gonna be a great parent someday. It's like the Family Guy sketch where they hit the forehead and they just dip the cigarette butts out or tap them out. You are gonna be a great parent, Spagoolers. You're just gonna forget all this terrible stuff like it never even happened. You'll be fine. And then you'll show them some quality corruptions and some quality gameplay for your Metroid streams, and hopefully never have to talk about the biological ruler. By the way, I got my Stitch Fix. What's Stitch Fix? The fuck is a Stitch Fix? Exactly. Oh wait, no, you're clothes. Yes, you're extremely pleased. That is so cool to hear. So Spagoolers got some clothes in the mail by professional fitters. Or, I don't know if they're professional fitters, but some special clothes that fit exactly him where they're supposed to fit. That's super cool. Can you post them in your subreddit? I'm curious to see them. So yeah, give me an idea, what's the quality like? What were the stuff they sent you? I'm curious, because I've always been kind of interested in paying for one of these, custom clothing fitting things, but I'm always it's so damn expensive and I gotta send stuff back. I hunger for flesh. We found a multi-tool again. That's just some luck. I love the multi-tools. Great. You'll DM me a photo on Discord. That works. Actually, that's a good point. Your Discord might be a little weird for that. Hey, everyone that follows me from my audience, here's pictures of me in clothes. We are going to leave the area. How do we leave again? Oh, ground. Okay. Let's go to town once again. Go to town. And let's scavenge around. Player is shivering. We're starting to get a little bit cold. It's a little rainy outside. Here's a storage shed. And I'm sorry. Oh, that's right. Even though we have lockpicking, we have no tools to do the lockpicking with, so we can't actually lockpick yet. But we have to go find some lockpicking tools. God, I want to play D&D right now. More specifically, Pathfinder. Pathfinder, I remember when you dipped out to play Pathfinder, and I was interested to check out a playthrough at some point. I haven't yet, but it sounds pretty cool. That more rigorous, structured D&D kind of campaign. It sounded awesome. No useful items found in the suburbs. So let's continue along. We're just gonna head, I think, up north this time. Straight north. Oh, there's a town here. Ooh. We should be hiding our tracks, otherwise people that are following us could find it. We have moderate hypothermia, so we definitely have to find some clothing. Looking around you, there appears to be a few areas worth checking out. Storage sheds that are all... Oh, I was gonna say locked! Ooh, we found a crowbar with a strap! Yes! We have a crowbar! That's awesome. Ooh, clothing. Look at you posing, Skillers! Ah! Choose your fighter. One is classy. One is a classy one. And one is yeehaw! I'm a personal fan of the classy. Those are pretty quality. I really like the classy one. Damn, that's pretty cool. Damn. I was gonna say, custom fit suit items I do not have, and I can't go fancy anywhere. I have button downs that I use for work. That's about it. But that's some cool stuff. I like it a lot. We have crowbar with strap. I don't know how to equip. How to wear crowbar with strap. Oh, it goes on our back! Ah, we have a crowbar on our back! Listen, I don't fancy dress or anything. I'd like to just, have the clothes though, right? Sure, chat if you like. I don't want to hijack your stream with a random Stitch Flakes plug though. Maybe, yeah, why not? Let's get a fancy spagoot up here. I'm gonna only do the fancy because I want to recommend the fancy. Let's see. I actually have, I have a window ready actually. Well, here's the window that I'm gonna be pasting into, so that's also great. This is the window with the, what do you call it? King Boo. Gigantic King Boo. But, look at that fancy clothing. Sorry to pull this up. That's weird sprinklers. Look at that fancy clothing though. That's awesome. That is you. That is, the Boo is you. That is freaking quality. Like, good shirt, awesome tie, fantastic, like, I don't even know if that's a blazer or a windbreaker or anything like that, but that's pretty damn awesome. So I give you props to that. And Stitch Fix may have another customer coming for me. May have another customer. How easy is it to send the stuff back? I'm also curious about that. You're famous now. You're famous in this stream. You got that right. Actually, Ix, you need to be a VIP too. I'm so bad at assigning VIPs. Where'd my windows go? I gotta bring my on top replica back on. Oh, it's down there. Okay, and scroll chat down. Hopefully I didn't miss too much. Okay, there we go. They send you a bag and you send it all back. Oh, so it's actually kind of easy to do. All right, awesome. If I had money, I'd get nice clothes like that. I know, the money. Oh man, I'm trying to redo my wardrobe right now because I wear a lot of graphic t-shirts with like, you know, Pokemon references and Mario references and game references, just stuff like that. And I love those t-shirts and I got a lot I like. However, they're not good to wear out in like public if you're trying to, you know, seek people, if you're trying to, you know, get buddy rub shoulders with people, you know. So I am trying to buy nicer clothing and it's expensive, man. I go to Ross, but still too damn expensive. What is this VIP stuff you speak of? It's just like a way to show that you're a regular around the chat. You're a neat person in my eyes. I got 3 shirts and 2 pairs of pants for about $200. All quality as fuck though. I think pants I wouldn't bother with because I can always get pants. Like I got 304 or not 304s. What am I talking about? Where are my pants? I'm wearing shorts so I can't buy pants nearby. But like if I got a good pair of Levi's, I'm usually good. Dress pants too, those could be hard to find, but shirts, I need me some shirts. I need some quality shirts and some jackets. So my goat horse sleeveless shirt isn't good for making friends? I don't even know what is goat horse? Out of context. That sounds great. No, I think, no, just like they're good for making friends. I'm saying trying to, you know, trying to go on the dating scene. It's not the best for the dating scene in my sense. Or I'm also in academia, so I need to like look good in a professional sense for academia. So while I love the shirts and I'd love to wear them to work and stuff like that, when I'm trying to go out, you know, do that kind of stuff, I gotta, you know, wear plain clothes with no personality and like colored shirts, and I hate them. I really do. I love wearing, right now I'm wearing a Mario Tennis shirt that's in Virtual Boy, so it's all like that red that they had for Virtual Boy. I love this shirt, and I can't wear it. I can't wear it out in public. I do, but, you know. Of course the sleeveless giveaway. Okay, fair enough. It's a metal band, gotcha. We found a tarp. Let's put that in our hand. Oh, we found a shopping bag! This place is just giving us all kinds of stuff. So we have a shopping bag, which we can use as a backpack. We're gonna stick the tarp in there. We got some more glass. We can stick that in there as well. I actually like to be a fancy boy. This is a new development. I mean, shoot. I mean, looking like a mature, like, fancy adults. I mean, it's a cool feeling. I am just now getting to the stage, I guess. I haven't done that at all. Storage sheds, mixed bag. We can now use our crowbar to get into this building easier and find more stuff. And find stuff we will. Look at what we got. We got a sleeping bag and we got pants and khakis. I'm gonna wear pants though. And forget that, we got Allegan Fairgrounds and we got a clock on our shirt. Although I don't know where to put the sleeping bag. We can't really fit it anywhere. We need like a bigger bag. But alright, hey, awesome. We got some good stuff on us. I kind of look like a stoner in my goat wear sleeveless shirt because I got long ass hair and all that. That's not a bad thing though. I mean, shoot, I have some of my best friends who are stoners. There's nothing wrong with that look. I think some people could wear it very well, in my opinion. This guy got a Stitch Fix, let me tell you. Wait, this guy got a Stitch Fix, let me tell you. Like you? Like Spagooter's got a Stitch Fix? Because I feel that. I got a Stitch Fix. I gotta need some Stitch Fix. Alright, last storage shed. Oh, your character? Yes. Yes, this man did. Luckily, you were prepared for such an occasion. You found something. What did we found? We found a crude torch. Great! I don't want it. We're gonna take it though. We'll use it to attack our enemies. Oh, then I'm one of your best stoner friends then. Actually, yeah, you're right. For medical reasons. Oh, for medical reasons. Oh, yeah, I feel you. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, I mean, it's legal where I come from, so if you're doing it for either medical or medicinal, or not medicinal is medical, what am I talking about? Or if you're doing it for a little bit of relaxation, recreational, that's the word I was looking for, I do not blame you either way. Khakis, plastic bag, broken glass, quality box. Yeah, he got that quality box. He didn't send any of that stuff back. In fact, he kept the bag you're supposed to send it back in. And he's like, you know what, can I keep this too? And they're like, yeah, shoot, why not? So that's what he's using to carry all this stuff. But don't get me wrong, I enjoy the high. I mean, shoot, if you don't enjoy the high, I don't know why you'd be doing it. Medical or medicinal. Don't say it. Oh no! Oh, okay, hey stranger. Oh, there's no rifle, dude! All these people! Once one or more creatures approach, but none have seen you yet. Will you sneak closer to them or keep your distance? Okay. Do we engage the rifleman this time, or do we go away? I think we engage this time. I never let Sparky get away with anything. You do. Yes, I really do. Sneak the fuck away though? Okay, we'll sneak away. Sneak away. Try talking. Oh no, he still found us though. Shoot, okay. Well, he found us. He's on a blood mission. So we're gonna run after him. It worked so well before. Exactly, why not just try to make friends with the rifleman in the strap? We're gonna run towards him as fast as we can. Sprint towards him. Players exposed and easy for attack, don't care, rush him. And rush him, oh wait. Now we're in distance, we're gonna tackle the target. Dive target, moving one space closer and trying to knock them down. Chance to knock down target and make them lose one turn. Automatically fall and lose cover. Must see target. We're gonna fucking knock him down. And we gotta get up, we fell down. Fucking melee him. Oh wait, what do we have in our hand? We have a multi-tool. We're using a multi-tool right now. He just wants to ask about your khakis. He's like, yo, man, where'd you find those khakis? Those look exactly like my khakis. Bad Brother fell to the ground, and turn. Player launches a fury attacks. We miss. We need a moment to recover. Player's exposed. We need another moment. Bad Mother kicks player while they're down. What a fucking guy. Player's lower right arm was pelted. All right. I like the cut on those. Where'd you get them? Let me tell you about this thing called Stitch Fix, man. All right, we're gonna get up. Oh wait. What is this? Pull down. Oh, we can pull him down with us. Let's pull him fucking down. Oh, that was a bad idea. Oh, no. Bad Mother attacks player and hits. He crushes our lower right arm with the rifle butt. Player recently changed attack modes. Our left arm has become crippled. We're stunned and unable to move. We're in pain. Oh, we're bleeding. Let's get up. Player's bleeding. Bad Mother's rifle strap has fallen apart. We broke his rifle. He broke his rifle against our body. Stabbing the motherfucking kidneys. Blood for blood. Blood for the blood god. Blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull throne. Exactly like that video. I feel now this is a good time to start dialogue. Oh, exactly. We should chat with him now. Seems like a reasonable mother. That dude is metal as fuck, you got that right. We're gonna keep fucking punching him because we're already dead. We're crippled, we're damaged. We're not in a good place. Oh no, oh no. What happened? Player fell to the ground. Player passed out from unbearable pain. We tried to attack him, we missed. We fell asleep, we getting kicked. Oh no. Shoot. We gotta stop attacking these rifle guys. These guys are fucking metal is what they are. You ever just beat a fucker so hard with the gun you literally break it? Seriously, right? Like he took the gun by its what do you even call it? The nozzle? The fucking end of the gun and just kept hitting us with the butt of the gun as hard as he could until it just fell apart in his hands. Alright, new game. Let's be... I like Bonnie. Metabolism we're still keeping. Let's do... We're not gonna do lockpicking because we don't actually have any lockpicking tools yet. You need a Hadouken? I know, we need something like to take advantage of these guys. What I've learned, don't talk to strangers. Don't talk to strangers. Don't fight strangers. Don't fight strangers. Yeah, that's a pretty good summary so far. Just don't, in general, anything. We're gonna be... How about we be athletic? We can move away further. We're good at melee. How about maybe not? We're not athletic. We're tough. Higher pain threshold, immune to system effectiveness, and resistance to wounds. We're a tough mother. We're tough now. And on top of that, we got 1 point. Electrician, the worst skill. All right, confirm. We're gonna rub those plants all up on us, and jump out the window. I have a mini fridge in my room right now. I have 40 Arizonas. Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm jealous of the 40 Arizonas. I got I had 2 tonic waters in the fridge, but I only have 1 now, sadly. I wish there was a cannibal trait. I agree, in RimWorld, fucking cannibal trait is the best trait, in my opinion. That is some survivability. And there should be, because you can, actually, no, don't worry about it. There is no cannibal trait, because you're already a cannibal. You can eat human meat in this game. No problem, you just cook it over a fire, you're good to go. Alright, let's go to town, scavenge it a bit, go take a look around. We got anything? No useful items. Bollocks. How about this one? Anything? No useful items. Shoot. 40 Arizonas. I'm jealous. I really am. I got a full-size fridge, but I didn't get anything in it, because, food's expensive. Oh, there's another feral dog. We're not going to bother with that feral dog because we need some clothing. We need some stuff. Let's check this dilapidated area. Can we find some clothes here? Busted knuckles. While forcing open a promising-looking container, your hand slips, leaving you with a sore hand. We should stop trying to get into these buildings. They're just bad news. And turn. However, we're already here, so we're just gonna scavenge the rest of it. What's the chance we're gonna get screwed over twice? Oh, we found some stuff! We found some broken bottles. Yes, we're gonna stab some kidneys with that. No problem at all. Some water. I guess we'll drink that. Newspaper. Let's dual wield some broken bottles. Why not? And some dirty rags. We can have a face mask for that fancy face mask look. And a handful of small twigs. Awesome. And the last building. No useful items. Alright. End turn. Don't sleep. No sleep. End turn. We see some suburban area. I need to get more used to being a DM. I'm not super great at it. That is tricky. I've never been a DM myself. I've only participated, and it seems like a lot of work, but good payoff, I'm working on it though. Once I get rid of my... I'm sorry. Once I get rid of my vocal... Tells... What? Well, shit just fucked up for me. Shoot, I'm getting confused. It'll be pretty alright though. So, hey, good luck. I hope it goes well. Water, is that the stuff they make Arizonas out of? Oh, pretty much. I mean, it's what, 90% water? I freaking Arizona iced tea though. I love Arizona. Arnold Palmer, very nice. As you pick your way through the overgrown ruins, a peculiar sound becomes briefly audible. It disappears, but quickly picks up again in a moment, as if being carried by air currents. It's a distant humming, like small gas engines out of place in the stillness of an empty forest and abandoned buildings. Don't know what that's all about. Arnold Palmer, right? Ugh. Tells means something that tells people what you're thinking. Oh, okay, got it. Like if you have a certain face, if you have a hand of cards. Gotcha. Got it. That makes sense. Oh, the feral dog wants to say hello. Ooh, look at all this stuff. Okay, but have you had the golden bear? What's the golden bear? No, I haven't. You found something? What did we find? We found some whiskey! But we have nothing to carry it in yet. Okay, we're gonna leave it there, but hopefully we find something like... You got cut on broken glass. I just want a bag or something, man. Pro stats, 10 out of 10, best cotton mouth cure. Oh, golden bear, really? Golden bear. Is it... like a drink? Wait, Arizona? Oh, it's in Arizona! Oh, what? I've never had this before! Oh, it looks so good! I'm making weird noises, but man, this looks delicious. I'm gonna try that out next time I see it. I don't think they sell it here at the university, but I'll have to go to like Target or something. Ooh, wait a minute. We found a cardboard box that we're just gonna carry around now. Don't mind if I do. A first aid kit that has nothing in it. We're gonna take our whiskey. This is our whiskey. No one else's. We're gonna take this empty bottle and stick the water in it. Take. One is whiskey, as one is water. Great. We got some bullets. Scrap of foil, twig, some sharp glass. We'll put that in. No, we already got a bottle in our hand. I almost want to take these other cardboard boxes, but we can't really fix them anywhere. Fit them anywhere. So no, we can't. It's basically an Arnold Palmer, but with strawberry lemonade. That sounds super refreshing. I love strawberry, and usually when I have something with strawberry in it, I'm down in like a couple seconds. I will have to try that and let you know what I think of it. Did I miss a chat message? No. For example, I tend to have a particular tone of voice. People do something irredeemably stupid, like when a group of level 3s went out of their way to attack a sleeping T-Rex. They weren't, or they were all spellcasters. They used melee. Why? I was using the thing as a goddamn visual for this place is dangerous. But no, let's attack a T-Rex and make the DM look like a dick by killing us. They deserve that. You know, why would you go wake up a sleeping T-Rex for any reason? They're not gonna have gold with them. They're not gonna be guarding something amazing. Most likely. I don't blame you. Alright, there's lots of buildings we could search around here, but I want to hit up this big one first. Zomzom's a place to eat. I have never seen this in my all my time of playing this. Hello, wizards! The T-Rex. They tried to stab it because they thought I wouldn't kill them. Well, they must have not met a cruel DM before. Or even a reasonable DM. Of course the DM's gonna kill the characters, come on. I shall smack you in the face. I kill now. Yes! What is that emote called? I like that one. 916 derp. I like that one a lot. That's a good emote. Alright, so I've never seen this place before. As the source of the distant sounds finally comes into view, you stop in your tracks, unsure whether it's safe to continue. Ahead you see a titanic warehouse like one of those distribution centers from before the apocalypse. There's a dull roar of ethanol generators. Ethanol! Oh god, the text. Ethanol generators combined with the occasional rev of unsuppressed exhaust from off-road vehicles. Figures seem to be milling around, a low extension on the right, and the occasional ATV arrives or departs without fanfare. You don't think you've spotted yet, this far out, though with all this activity, it's hard to tell. Shall I continue? Do we sneak up? Are these bad people? Approach the warehouse. I feel like we should just approach. Like, what's wrong with this warehouse? Is it a bad place? They were wrong. Yeah, they were wrong. This has been a Spagooler's Emotes theater production. Only the coolest dudes. At themselves. You got that right. So, I think I'm gonna do my own. I'm gonna move towards them. I want to do this. You cautiously approach the warehouse, noting a bright light reading, Zomzoms, a place to eat. The sign hangs over a giant garage door, which is fenced off behind a tarp and barbed wire. Bright lights, wielding arcs, and peculiar shadows can be seen in the fenced area. A din of rowdy chatter echoes from within the building. A semi-trailer attached to one of those loading bays acts as a makeshift gate and pedway into the warehouse. Ragged-looking figures line up alongside the trailer, watched over by armed mercenaries. It looks like a club more than anything else, except for the tarp area. Just then, your stomach sinks when you realize there's a truck on the other side, offloading prisoners or slaves of some sort. Biting back panic, you reason that showing fear might make you a target, and you try not to break your stride. Mercifully, no one seems to care. Alright. So, do we continue? That gives us some worry. That gives me some worry. Did you try to talk it out yet? It always works. It does! It really does. Hello, Wastelander. Wanderer. I bring the gift of spaghetti. If you brought spaghetti, I mean, I don't care if you are like the most creepy or horrifying dude. You bring me some spaghetti in the wasteland, you're an okay dude. I mean, shoot. Get this, one of them, after making a new character, met a lich. The dumb fucker. I like is that special text? I like that. Asked the lich where his goddamn phylactery is. Who the fuck does that? Exactly. Why would that question come to mind? Why would you ask that at all? Get him! So the list goes, no, fuck that. Cage of Force, Cloud Kill, good day. Yeah, just close it off, done. Don't care. Fuck off the guy. Do they not like spaghetti? We're about to see. So we're gonna approach the line now. While in line, you feel a flutter of anxiety. Each time the line advances, with each step, you try to catch a glance at what's going through the doorway in the trailer. But you still can't tell. Most of the people in line are ragtag looking, wearing mismatched clothes and stinking of sweat. Some confused, others bored. The garbs are I can't read tonight. Shoot, I'm sorry. I'll slow it down a little bit. The guards are better groomed by comparison. Though you suspect they just as soon murder you for your clothes if they weren't being paid. Up a few wooden plank steps, you step inside the semi-trailer, and hollow sounds of a crowd echo down the narrow corridor from the warehouse. To your right is a chipboard and mesh booth where an attendant is collecting fees and weapons and stamping people before they walk through the trailer into the warehouse. Stock or spectator, the attendant drone looks disinterestingly past you. Are we stock or spectator? Fucking hell, I don't even know. Should I ask, huh? Will they call me a slave and take me away? Then the group disbanded. Oh, they disbanded after that? No. Stock or spectator? What do you guys think? Probably stock, kinky. I feel like spectator is the good choice here. Stock would be like you're trying to buy stuff. And I don't know what we'd be buying here. Kill him and take this spaghetti? No! He offered the spaghetti though, he's a nice lad. How about I ask, huh? We'll ask, huh? I'm curious. Never mind, she exhales, stamping your hand with a symbol and a number, and nods to another grisly mercenary, who checks you for weapons. You receive a chip for your confiscated items and are ushered down the trailer. You hear the man behind you answer, spectator, to the attendant before passing into a wall of sound inside the warehouse proper. Okay, I don't know what we're spectating. Sky Coaster Man! How's it going? That was like a perfect tech support Sky Coaster Man. Hope you're doing well, man. What do you say? Yeah, they kept going, you're being a dick, and I kept sitting there like, what? No, I feel you on that. That was kind of deserving. They deserve that attack. Sky, enjoy the spaghetti. Alright, so we're gonna be a spectator, whatever that means. Inside is one part Super Club and one part Gladiator Pits. What? A wall of sound assaults your ears as you cross the threshold. Part human cacophony, part generator exhaust, mostly frantic industrial music, and the smell of food and smoke. You can't hear it over the noise, but you can feel your stomach rumble at the smell of sweet barbecue. The carnivorous warehouse is dominated by a dirt-floored arena with high mesh walls. Spectators ring the pit on 3 sides, the 4th reserved for a large garage door leading outside into the tarp-fenced area courtyards. Beyond the door, you catch the flash of welding arcs, where it appears scrapyard robots are being prepared. Robots, yes! And opposite the garage door, the thing you really care about right now, a wide booth with grills spewing sweet, spicy smoke into the rafters above. People clamor to get at it and walk away with their prize smeared over hands and lips alike. Barbecue. Barbecue sounds amazing now. I feel like, I mean, shoot, if I was in this wasteland, this would be the place I lived. Gladiator pits, work on a bot, get some sweet, sweet barbecue, golden. I feel like if you lived in a lawless wasteland, you wouldn't listen to industrial anymore. Just a little too heavy. No, I feel you on that. Like, why are they even bothering? Maybe it's to remind them of old ways. Their old past of sweet industry. Now I'm hungry. God damn it, brain, let me type. No, I feel you on that too. I have trouble even talking. But barbecue sounds delicious. I'm gonna go make some noodles after the stream. And I'm gonna look at pictures of steak while I'm eating my noodles and pretend I'm eating steak. That's how I sometimes convince myself. Anyways, continuing along. Player 8, Zomzom's Barbecue. Hell yeah, we did. You wade through dirty patrons, intent on manhandling some ribs or beans and rice, or whatever it is they cooked over there. Who knows how long you've been in cryo, how long it's been since you've had a hot meal. Pressing your way through this final wall of hungry patrons, you get an elbow on the counter, and desperately try to make eye contact with one of the servers. A few eternal minutes later, one of the apron-clad food slingers glances at you, and you nod like an excited dog. He reaches into a smoker box and withdraws a loaded skewer and places it in your hand. Sweet, succulent barbecue. Savoring it at first, you start to grow paranoid that it'll be snatched from your hands, and you bear down on it with renewed fervor, huddling with it against your lips as you absently walk away from the grill. That's anytime I get hot food. You just kind of like hold it close to yourself, eat like a chipmunk, and eat it as fast as possible. Don't let anyone else steal your food away, because that's all you can afford at the moment. Sparky, no, let me cook for you. I can't wait for your cookbook, Spagoodlers. It's gonna be like a low-cost, effective solution for college people who can't afford anything but noodles. But there's all our like cheap recipes in there they're scrumptious and oh so delicious. Spooks, cook for me instead. And Mr. Sky, what's that little middle emote there? Oh, it's a Moogle emote. I've never seen Moogle's emotes before. Ah, it's adorable. But text hi to you, Mr. Sky Coaster Man. Hope you're doing well tonight. All right, we got our food. This meat. It's like good, fully developed veal, not young, but not yet beef. Yes, very definitely like that. Oh, are we eating like human meat? And not like any other meat you've tasted. In fact, so much so that you think no person with a palate of ordinary, normal sensitiveness could distinguish it from veal. It is mild, good meats with no other sharply defined or highly characteristic tastes, such as, for instance, goats, high game, and pork have. The steak is slightly tougher than prime veal, a little stringy, but not too tough or stringy to be agreeably edible. The roast is tender and in color, texture, smell as well, and as taste strengthens your certainty that all of these meats you habitually know, veal is the one meat to which this meat is accurately comparable. So we got meal, gotcha. We got veal. We got deer. Oh no, the Moogles are invading. Ooh, you're eating human. I thought I was eating human, but I guess we're eating just deer meat. Just then, an announcer pipes up with the same oscillating voice every strip club DJ seems to have. He starts hyping the crowd. Can you count, suckers? He shouts. Patrons start yelling back. I said, can you count, suckers? On cue, a testosterone-fueled wave of shouts comes from the floor. Raise those numbers, he calls with expectation, and everyone raises their fist in unison. The music changes, lights switch to UV, and numbers appear on all the stamped hands. Your heart starts to race as you realize what's happening. Oh no, what is our number? Whoa, what's gonna happen if we get picked? Oh, rip no human. Don't worry, we'll go find a human, eat them at some point. Looking around, everyone has a stamp, but most of them don't look like yours. Everyone has numbers, but it's not clear what the symbols are. Most patrons have silhouettes of vultures next to the numbers. You look down at your hand. Yours is a lamb. The announcer calls a number, a lone number. You feel a little bit nauseous, but also relieved. You raise your hand, nearby patrons looking suddenly, then quickly losing interest in it. Your food, my dude? I know, exactly, right? Like, they're gonna cook us up, shoot. A scream of protest erupts from the far side of the arena. Everyone nearby looks across where a commotion is starting. A man is hoisted into the air like a crowd surfer at a concert and propelled to the arena gate. Patrons claw the remainder of this barbecue from his flailing hands, oh god, fighting it over it like dogs. Guards wrangle the strangling man and toss him onto the dirt into the arena as the gate is sealed behind him. The winner is a filthy, weak, and confused-looking human. As he clambers to his feet, a clacking and squeaking sound crescendos from the opposite side of the arena. Cheers start erupting throughout the warehouse as the source of the noise rolls into the arena through the garage door. The bot is little more than a heavy, treaded rig of barbed spikes. A haphazardly hung LED ticker sits atop its mass, flicking the words Morningstar, confirming your suspicion as to its nature. Oh no, I skipped one! Oh no, I missed one. Can I go back? I can't go back! I can't confirm twice, I don't know. However, the bot's rocking eventually frees it, and it turns to face him, so the old man knocked the robot over is what we're gonna assume. Crestfallen, the man returns to his original strategy of dodging the robot like a bullfire, even more slowly each pass. It doesn't take long for the robot to wear down its already weakened prey, and it scores its first hit in, trampling his legs under treads. Oh god. The man's cry of pain is lost in a wave of cheering from the crowd as the robot backs up. The man harshly has time to limp before it rams him again, this time following through and impaling him against the wall. Oh, I don't know what that stuff is. Drunk with bloodlust, the crowd is now screaming as the robot backs away once more from the stumbling, bleeding man. The bot rams him into the wall one more time and backs away, this time with a human stuck on its spikes. The crowd cries out in ecstasy, which eventually simmers down to a rabble as the arena service personnel remove the entrails. Your mouth agape, you suddenly feel a wave of nausea. You begin looking around panicked. I think we try to leave. Should we see what happens next? Try to leave or try to rub off the stamp? Rubbing off the stamp seems like a bad idea. That's like a one-way ticket into the middle of the arena. Try to leave? I don't know if they would stop us from doing that. See what happens next. Get the fuck out? Yeah, let's get out of here. Spotting the door you came in, you start pushing your way through the crowd. Maybe you can get your hand in your chit. Get your stuff and go. Hell, maybe you should just forget the stuff and leave before anyone notices you. Hold it, dude. The voice startles you, even amidst the shouting crowd, and you turn to find a young man with an old face. He looks to be of Asian descent. With hair like a mop, big aviator glasses, and an improbably white fur coat. You really think you're just gonna walk back out the way you came back in? You came in? He's visibly amused. You don't notice any weapons, but then again, in that outfit. Relax, I don't work here. In fact, I'm gonna try to make sure you don't, either. Come on. He turns his head towards the garage door, since that way, from the arena's human-sized gate, you decide to follow. You get the sense he's a patron too, or at least not with management, as neither guard nor patron seems to pay much attention to him. A little bird told me, he shouts over the crowd to music, you might know a thing or two about cryogenics. Hey, we do! He talks over his shoulder as he walks, as if tossing words your way. I know a guy who's looking for some heavy-duty cooling units. He may be willing to trade for some info on where to score a few. You arrive at the massive garage door and the cool air seems tinged with ozone. His name's the Stoat. Come on, dude, I'll introduce you. We're fucked? We might be okay. Out in the robot prep yard, mechanics are tending to their creations. Your companion stops alongside a tall robot reminiscent of a farm combine. You shudder to think what it does to a human with those blades. Yeah, Jesus. But then something inside moves. Crawling out the feeder house behind the blades is a mechanic, who looks around and satisfied waves another out. The second looks more like one of the patrons than a mechanic starved and scared. The pair skulk along the fence line and disappear out of sight. Oh, thank God you're alive. Yeah, I know, right? Fur coat guy turns back to you and, with a proud yet devious grin on his face, the Stout is pleased to make your acquaintance. Now, about that medical plan. He suggestively taps his wrist. About that trade, give him the info, give him the bracelet. Bracelet wouldn't be a bad idea. Oh yeah, just let's give him the bracelet. You snap the printed bracelet from your wrist and hand it to him. He slides it through his fingers, reading the letters on the strap. Nice, dude, he bobs his head. I may have to do an exception there, and... oh god, my reading is shot tonight. I'm gonna have to stop here soon. I apologize. But we'll wait till our next step. Nice, dude, he bobs his head. I may have to do an expedition there. And, nice name. He pulls out a box from under a flight case near the Combine bots. Here, he opens the box. Unclaimed, lost and found, let's say. Oh, we got lots of good stuff. Look at all this. We got a makeshift sack. We'll put that there. We got some water. Oh, we actually drank the water, but that's okay. We got some bottles. We got a hoodie, got some pants, got a brown t-shirts. Small chunk of hide, why not? We got a pair of binoculars, we don't really need those, but we'll take them anyway. Edible berries, we're gonna use that. Put some in our inventory. Got some bullets. Small chunk of cooked meat, we'll take that. Don't mind if we do. Fancy ketchup? Sure, we'll take some fancy ketchup. This is all wonderful. I'm very happy with that. Alright. Confirm. He looks over your shoulder. Oh, also, you'll probably want these back. You turn and see a familiar face from the front gate. She drops your checked items into a lockbox. You cast a glance back at the stoat and he shrugs. What, I can't do this alone. Your safest bet is to go along the fence where they went. He thumbs over his shoulder, indicating the routes the mechanic and patron followed. Unless you're still hungry, he laughs, mocking a vomiting motion. See you around, dude, he calls over his shoulder, walking back to the warehouse. Stoat's friends wait for you to gather your things from the lockbox. Better make sure you empty that locker while you have the chance. Once ready, you head along the fence back to the relative sanity of the wastelands. So we had... oh, if we want to enter Zomzoms, we can. We don't. Where confiscated items are here. So... can we just take this box? No. It's not gonna let us do that, right? Empty out. Here's our box. We should combine items. So... how can we nicely move everything in here? Maybe we don't need so many bottles. Empty out. Take that. Okay, that's good. Player is carrying too much weight and is unable to move. Is this like extremely difficult to carry around? Yeah, second we put that in our inventory, we can't walk around. Try to take the box. I guess it's too heavy. Which kind of makes sense. It's a giant lockbox, like a giant, huge... this is huge. Like, look at that space. So I guess that sort of makes sense. I don't want to carry both a box and this sack, so I think I'm going to drop the box. We'll take the shiv, put the bullets in here. Drop the box. Don't need that anymore. Take the shiv. Oh, clean rags. We'll put that on our face. Take off the other old rags, dirty rags. We'll put those on in a bit then. Okay. Rip no box, I know, right? I mean, there's so much storage space in that, I would love to have that. We're drunk. Oh, that's right, because we drank some alcohol. Barefoot, bleeding, shivering. Otherwise, we're good. So that was insane. That was a cool little experience. I'm glad we got out of that, like, safely. Let's go over. So we went to this area. We watched 3 enclavers climb down a sewer manhole, one by one. None climb back up out, and each is visibly distressed before entering. There are 2 left now, and they're agitated. You peer down into the sewer. The 3 enclavers who climb down are lying at the bottom of the ladder, unconscious or worse. Your nose wrinkles in disgust. Rotten egg smell. So yeah, we don't go down there. Tell them that it'll be okay if they move fast, and don't take their packs. You'll stay by and keep a lookout. Oh, that's some sketchy stuff. Yeah, it'll be okay. Go ahead and murder yourselves down there. I'll watch out. Convince the remaining enclavers to slide down the manhole cover back into place. their friends are gone, claiming down is a death sentence. Or take a long deep breath and climb down. The least you can do is check to see if they're alive. Oh, we're not gonna do that, are we? What option? Do we go climb down there and go verify their friends are alive, which would be a terrible decision. That's a stupid thing to do. Tell them that the gas is dissipating and to try in a few minutes. Convince them the enclavers. I think we tell them to leave the packs behind. Exactly, yeah, you got the same ideology I do. Leave the bags behind. Taking your word on the gas and grateful that you're prepared to help, the enclavers slide down the ladder to rescue their friends. You watch them die. Right? It's so easy, you almost feel giddy. Their packs are heavy, but you drag them off into a nearby building so you can loot them in safety. You picked the wrong building though. A couple of rubble scum come boiling out of a supply room just as you enter, rushing you with crowbars raised. It's all you can do to drop the packs and run. Even that's not quick enough. You take a hit as you leave, it aches, but you keep on moving. Oh, so we senselessly murdered 2 people, and lost the items. That is some bad shit. We're bad people. We didn't even get anything out of it. Exactly, of course it punishes us for it. Of course we deserve that. We got a potato chip bag! Ate a handful of potato chips. Damn right we did. We got another disposable plastic bag. We'll put that in our inventory so we can pop that out later. Got some saltine crackers. That's about it. Some soup, but nothing keeping the soup. Let's go ahead and take these potato chips and stick them in our pants. Just put some potato chip crumbs in our pant pocket. Game enforcing its morals. I wonder if you could ever have a good situation in that. But yeah, it definitely is enforcing those morals for sure. The whimpering tells you that the dog is hurting badly. It limped up behind you when you sat down for a rest. Now it won't leave. Cute dog though. Well, we're gonna help this one if we can. Do what you can for the dog, use the rags and that standing water over there, maybe he'll make it? Give him a pat and leave him behind, you don't need a dog. Crippled dogs aren't any use to you. Throw rocks at it until he limps off into the distance. Oh my god! He might be crippled, but there's enough meat left on him for a decent meal. Kill, guts, and skin him. Looks tasty. Wow. Yeah, we're gonna help the puppo. While taking care of his wound and refreshing his thirst, the dog gets a case of the crazies. He snaps at your hand and backs off scared. Dog's probably been treated pretty rough though, so you're not surprised. Still, you can't keep the dog if you're going to take chunks out of you, if he's going to take chunks out of you. Hope it doesn't have rabies. Hopefully it doesn't. So we got a scratch on us, understandably, but hey, we helped the doggo. I'm happy about that. That's a +1 in my book. Another event. We're in a very event-ridden area. The crazies. Most of them die off fairly quickly. No sense of self-preservation. Occasionally you find one that knows how to look after himself. Unless they get in the way, everyone just ignores them. Safer that way. Which is what a really smart operator would want you to think. Someone able to move through the urban jungle at will, invisible in plain sight. Could be the case with this one, talking on his phone, yakking away loudly to an imaginary friend. You're pretty sure there hasn't been a working cell net out here since the big one went down. He holds up a rolled paper cigar. Hey mister, can you give me a lights? Then you notice them. Scalps. Tied to his belts. Small ones. Children. Oh god. Give the man a lights. He's a mad killer. Do him now. What? Why is this? He's a mad killer. Do him now. God, I feel like that's like, you know, do him is in the bad sense. Ask him how much he wants for a scalp. Oh god. Yeah, we're gonna do him, aren't we? Back away, draw your weapon, and see you're prepared to use it. Yeah, we're gonna do him in. That's some messed up stuff. It's a harsh world, but you know in your bones that there's no future without children. His act is good, but yours is better. Dumb and slow in your speciality gives people a false sense of confidence. Once it's over and you've wiped the blood off, you rifle through his garments. There's at least one decent multi-tool. And that's what we can take if we want. We're going to because it has a knife on it. He deserved that. That's what I'll say. Definitely deserved it. We're shivering, we're still very cold. We're drunk, barefoot, we need some shoes. Alright. Next area. We're gonna rest. First time it doesn't have something terrible. No useful items. Ah, I found something. A rifle scope, which we're not gonna take, but cool to know that there is one. We're gonna take some water, and that's it. We also gotta scavenge these previous 3 areas. I forgot to scavenge all 3 of them. Player is hungover and vomiting. We didn't drink that much, we only drank a tiny bit of whiskey. Motherfucking kid killer, that shit boils my blood. Exactly, and also, in a wasteland scenario, like, that's even fucking... I wouldn't say worse, but it is worse. Like, that's the only future that there is at this moment. And still, God. You check out the crumbling apartment, it's a mess inside, broken bricks lay in piles, bits of glass strewn everywhere like glittering dust. Water stains and dead leaves litter the outer edges of the building, and rock dust still cover the area, sheltered in from the elements. Scavengers before you have obviously picked most of the easy scores hidden, but a little elbow grease and some risk-taking might give you a good reward. Rotten floorboards, you slip on the rotten floorboards, causing you to trip. The scrapes and bruises you and you'll sting for a while, but thankfully it wasn't anything serious. How messed up are we? We have lots of stuff. We have bruises, cuts, pain. We're a little messed up. Lock storage shed. Can't do anything with that. Storage shed, we can with this one. Nothing in it though. Oh God, this guy was just hiding! Yeah, you're fucked up, my dude. We're about to be real fucked up. So this guy, visible, he doesn't have any weapon. We have a multi-tool. I think this will be the first person we murder. That we actually murder. Unless he wants to talk. Do you think he wants to talk? No, no one wants to talk in this terrible place. Advance. Player fell. Player tripped. Great. He's a bad mother. We're gonna get up. We're going to advance. Bad mother tries to retreat from player, but can't get away. Well, he's not gonna retreat. We're gonna frickin' surge him. Bad mother... Wait. Player battered the lower leg of him with a punch. Player battered him. Player bruised him. Player battered him again. Guy still tries to get away. We're saying, no way, Jose. We're advancing towards him. We're gonna melee surge him again. He dodged out of the way. We miss. Oh, we got hurt in the right arm. Surge him again. Advance. He's trying to run away. We can't run because I think our bag is too heavy. So you punch the fucker? Exactly! Gotta. Oh wait, are we punching the fucker? Oh my god, we are! Use the multi-tool! Ah! Melee attack. Melee attack. Player's tired? Yeah, we're tired. Oh, he's getting away. Alright, we'll let him get away. Oh, we found lots of stuff in this building. We found Crocs! Yes! Go down. Crocs! Put that on. Ah! Can we wear a Croc and a good shoe? Yeah. Game is won. Are these in good condition? This is in 6.3, 85, 14, yeah. These shoes are much better. Shoes sole. Got more t-shirts. Because we're shivering, we gotta put on many, many shirts. This is good quality, 92. As opposed to 41, yeah, we'll wear this shirt. Our hoodie's probably in bad quality. This has clean rags, we're gonna empty those out and take those. Alright. We're doing pretty well for ourselves. We're gonna scavenge this area. Stuck in an opening. While trying to access a block room, you get stuck crawling through an opening in debris. You manage to wriggle free again, but you lost quite a bit of time in the ordeal. Oh, that sounds terrible. Jesus. There's another stranger. Looks like he has something. That motherfucker didn't know it, but the power of the Crocs was on your side. Exactly. If he would have messed us up there, we would never have gotten the Crocs. But thank God he didn't even bother. Busted Knuckles, we are not catching a break with scavenging. No useful items, and... stuck in an opening. Man, we're unlucky today. Scavenge. Found some more stuff. Ooh, okay. Got some like combat tactical boots. 6.9 condition though, so those are gonna break right away. And these boots too. And these shoes haven't seen, but they're gonna die as well. Some good khakis though. Real good quality. Make sure our pants don't get destroyed. Yeah. We're gonna eat the crackers that are in there. Other than that though, just glass. More blue jeans. 99% quality. That's even better. Twigs. Nothing we really need. Those shoes, I wish we could take those. We don't need binoculars anymore. Let's fill that space up. This meat's gonna go bad, so let's eat that. Oh, I'm sorry, not crackers. You're right. Our crackers are in here. My mistake. Let's drink some water. We're getting tired, so we gotta sleep at some point, but sleeping is very dangerous, as you can imagine. Found some more stuff. Alright. Corn-Cola plastic bottle. More t-shirts. Shoes. These are good shoes. I'm sorry, what? When we put this t-shirt on, we get a special effect called wearing 3 Dog Moon t-shirt. Why is that special? Alright, well, hey, we're very happy about wearing this t-shirt. We're gonna wear 2 different shoes, because one is much better than the other. Can we camp here? Shelter, very bad. Here. So we need to sleep at some point, but as we know, we could get murdered while we sleep. So should we sleep here, or should we look elsewhere? I think we hide our tracks. We should try sleeping here. This dude looks like a wandering crazy person. Yeah, he kinda does, a little bit. Especially with the hoodie and all that, like, I wouldn't mess with this dude. We could either sleep in a ruined bungalow or in the woods. I think in the ruined bungalow. Alright, let's sleep. So, go to sleep here to restore your fatigue bar. Caution, you are defenseless while sleeping, so make sure you're in a safe spot. I hope this is safe, because we could be murdered while we sleep. Someone approaches you in your slumber. We're gonna hide. Especially because he's still wearing a hospital gown. It's like some, oh, what was that movie? Apocalypse Now? No. The zombie movie where he wakes up in hospital. I forget the name of it. Shoot. Ah, that's gonna confuse me now. We're going to take cover. Take cover. Because there's someone here, and we don't know where they are. We're gonna wait for them to walk away. Search for hidden targets? As the night falls, you notice there is a bright glowing from the east. Easily visible through the treetops, it's no guarantee, but it could be a sign of civilization. Maybe even a lead on where you are or who. And, if nothing else, it's a good landmark to strike towards as any. Press the minimap. So whoever was around us seemed to fuck off, and there's the glowings thing that we see, so we might head that direction if we are good and safe. We're over here. There we are. I think we continue to sleep. What? What? Someone dropped a backpack? Or was this on the ground? How did I not notice this? Well, hello there, backpack! Hello there, amazing amount of space and amazing condition supplies. Look at all this stuff, oh my god. Okay, we're gonna take that for sure. Maybe the guy dropped it when he was around us. Or something. Alright, well, We're gonna continue. Well, no, we're good. Are we slept? Lost blood. Well rested. We're pretty decent. So let's continue along, I guess. I don't know if the guy left a backpack or if he like was around and he just dropped it and he's gonna come back for it. I don't know. Interesting though, to say the least. Jesus. Oh, there's another guy here. Okay, take cover. Blind retreat. No, search. Try a melee attack on an unseen victim. No, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna wait. Oh, it's a little puppo. Oh, we're gonna have to attack the puppo. Sorry, puppo. But you need to die. Player is bleeding. We got bit. Hey, puppo. Feral dog is bleeding. Put the fucker down. Oh, he's really starting to hurt us too. God, this dog. Just piss off, dog. Advance, we're gonna charge it. Don't let it get away. There we go. Player carved into feral dog's leader's head with a multi-tool blade. Yeah, that seemed to have ended things, for the most part. There's the dog corpse. And in case you want to craft with it, let's go and craft with our dog corpse. What can we get out of it? Oh, we don't have enough turns left. Let's go and end our turn. End turn. It was a feral dog leader. No wonder it did so much damage to us. We are cut the fuck up. We are going to craft with this dog's corpse, because this is what happens. Oh, we can't make anything with it? We need a knife. How about some broken glass? Do we have that? Yes, we do. Yes, we're gonna make some dog meat. There we go. Chunks of meat. Put that on the ground. That's what happens when you attack us. You get chopped up. Players, we've lost a lot of blood. Jesus. So I think I'm gonna make a save here because we're a pretty good distance along and we might be able to survive if I'm in the right state of mind. And I'm gonna be kind of, what would you call, like, not being smart if I continue along here. So I think it's a good point to save. I've liked this so far. So let's go to the main menu. Wherever that may be. Save and quit. And there we go. So that was Neo Scavenger. Hope you guys liked that. That was fun to play. I haven't seen the whatever that food place was. That was kind of horrifying. I hadn't seen that before, and I liked a little bit of lore building that went with it. You need to pick this game up sometime. I do recommend it. I know Wasabi. I prodded Wasabi. I was like, "Hey, have you heard of this game before? Are you interested in it at all?" And he's like, "That's not kind of a game that I don't think you would like. I wouldn't recommend it." And I keep looking into it, and I was like, "You know what? It looks pretty neat. I think I might like it." Picked it up, played it. I really like it. It's kind of a game that I'll play every once in a while, like maybe every couple weeks, and it's always nice to come back to. It's not something that I think I would play extensively for like 8 hours for an entire stream, or that I would play it every day until I quote-unquote beat it. It's just something I get a little bit better at each time that I've enjoyed playing. If I had any money, I'd buy it. I feel that struggle. If it ever goes on sale, I don't know how often they do, but I'd recommend picking it up. I don't know how expensive it is either. I think it was fairly cheap, if I remember correctly. But cool. Let's go ahead and end things now. Let's pick some music. We've just had the Oblivion music in the background for most of the stream so far. Let's do some Starbound to end things tonight. I have $0.00. That is some fun. That is some mean fun. God, I apologize. I feel you on that though. I'm in, I guess, the negative, because, you know, debt counts you in the negative. It's like less money. I don't have money that I can even spend on top of the money I already don't have. Anyways. This is Dwarf Fortress Levels of Fun. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad to show it to people that haven't checked it out before. Like I said, it was kind of a niche game. I haven't seen a lot of people play it. I watched Varg Skeletor, or Joel, play it a little bit, and I picked it up around the time that I watched him play it. But thank you, everyone that was able to stop by tonight. Thank you, Ix, for chatting regularly. I always love it when you stop by. Spagulers, if you're still lurking, thank you for stopping by as well. And Sky Coaster Man, back to you. Thank you all of you for stopping by. I also know Mortal Wombat and a couple of people early in the stream stop by as well, so thank you to each and every one of you, as per normal. Now I just need to find another stream because I'm not gonna sleep anytime soon, right? I'm gonna go make myself some noodles and watch whoever I host. Let's see who's online tonight. Wasabi's doing a little bit of 1 hour 1 live. Sir Rignar is doing Michigan Report from Hell. Haven't heard of that, but he's speedrunning, so I don't like distracting people that speedrun. Joel's doing Yoshi's Flippin' Island. Let's do, I think I'm gonna host Wasabi tonight. Yeah, so I'll host him in a few minutes here. If you're interested in watching some people, actually we got a lot of people in chat that might be lurking, so I'm gonna be hosting Wasabi Tonic. He's another member of my stream team that I'm a part of. He plays a lot of 1 hour 1 life, which is a game that only gives you 1 hour to live an entire life from birth to death. It's a fun game, made by one dev. All the sounds are made by a single guy. It's a pretty cool game to see. It has an interesting art style to it and some great sound engineering in my opinion. But Yoshi though, I would recommend, I mean he's not gonna, I would recommend go checking out Vinesauce if you don't already know Vinesauce. Go watch that. I won't host the guy because I want to show some love to the small timers. But go check out Yoshi's Flippin' Island with Vinesauce as well. I will always recommend Vinesauce's stream. I love that guy. And I'm hoping at some point, fingers crossed, that one of my corruption stockpiles will actually make it to one of his corruption streams. We'll see, possibly. Oh yeah, it was Vinesauce, now you're good. But yeah, we'll host Mr. Wasabi in just a minute here. And thank you once again to everyone. I hope you all have a good night. Gotta go browse tabletop games. Do you have Tabletop Simulator? I know just in general it's good to play the physical tabletop. I like those a lot. But when I can't afford the actual physical tabletop game, I like browsing the Tabletop Simulator games. And yeah, you have a good night, man, as well. I appreciate it. And yeah, we'll... Tabletop Sim is bait, I feel that. We will, I think, be corrupting or playing Oblivion tomorrow. I'm on the fence. But yeah, we'll figure it out then. Have a great night, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one.